There he goes. On the radio? Here.
You go ahead.
Yeah, it's about to just turn in front of me. That's my truck.
2400, he's southbound on, I think it was Lorient. Or not Lorient, I'm sorry. Yep, Lorient.
2400 on St. Paul Channel 3. Need assistance at your location?
No, mister. That was the car that fled 190.
That was the car that fled 190. Here you go.
Where?
I'll stand by here. He's out of sight at this time.
Just,
Copy, 2400. Need further information. You go to St. Paul Channel 2.
Looks like there was a car up on, a squad up on Maryland. Did they see it after we said it was south on Lorient?
He fled from me last week in a vehicle.
2400. Can you go to St. Paul Channel 2?
Just say yes.
Yes.
He's
No one
gone.
is on at this time.
Unless he dipped into one of these places down
vehicle,
here.
Arkwright, Maryland.
We go back, but
Oh, Arkwright in Maryland. So he went.
he was driving.
287. I couldn't tell for sure, but he either leaned way back in that seat or there was a rear passenger sitting behind the driver's seat.
Copy, Mel either leaned way back the seat or there was a rear passenger behind.
Did anybody check Lorient real quick? Just make sure there's not a car hit on it. 510, I drove from Waylock to Arlington. I didn't see any property damage or vehicle being hit.
There's security company stating that
Did somebody see him up here or not really?
Left Arlington.
Hard to say. Let me just hang on. Give me that minute.
Yeah.
Squad's copy.
2400. We last saw him southbound on Lorient. Did anyone see him after that?
Sheriff, he went, I tried to get sticks out of Lorient, Maryland. He went eastbound on Maryland, and we lost him in the area of Maryland and Arkwright. He probably continued still eastbound on Maryland. The traffic's too heavy to get an eye back on him.
What was the vehicle description?
I'm gonna ask him that. Okay. Yeah, thank you. You got.
Red Chevy Monte Carlo 2004.
19287, there's a spot I can meet you up at.
Yeah, I'm going to be down at Jackson and Robert. Or actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Jackson and Uni. Okay, no worries, I'll meet you down there. 190, clear 10-2.
Clearing the 10-2, 2110.
Okay, got the
Yeah,
buds
we're
there.
back on earbuds. You're on speaker. We need it again. Yep. Can you text that to us?
660.
Yeah.
660.
Yeah, that's where it's best if we can have it on our phone.
What was the description of that car?
So we're gonna go back to work.
287, it's a black Monte Carlo. It's listed as red, but it's black. It's got heavy front end damage.
That's why.
And damage to the driver's side door. And then the headlights on that thing are pointing up to the sky.
Go back to the northeast
Copy.
side. Well, welcome back to Live on Patrol.
Carlo, heavy front end damage to
We
driver's
just,
side door, headlights pulled up to the sky.
Got in the middle of a chase there of a car that was fleeing a black Monte Carlo 2004. If you happen to see it, it's got a whiskey plate. WX Whiskey X-Ray 9964.
Squad 192 Rossi.
So we did lose
2111.
it in the area of Maryland at Arkwright. But we are going to go north here and just see if it tries to sneak out of the east side. So we had our music set, but suddenly this chase was right in front of us, so we didn't get to start with the music tonight.
No, we didn't.
we didn't. But welcome back. My name's Bob Fletcher. I have the pleasure of serving as your sheriff, and with me is Pat Scott, peace officer extraordinaire. He's been a police officer since the mid-'70s, and right now he works as an analyst for the sheriff's office. So we're confident that it's going to be a busy night. Anything you want to say there, Pat? We got off to a roll.
Feel it in the air that it's going to be a busy night.
Yeah. So maybe we'll play our music a little later here.
268. Transport an adult female to the Motel 6 in
I guess that black Monte Carlo that we were briefly in on the chase of was this is the second time in the last week he's fled from officers.
He's got some headlights set. They said the headlights are
pretty much pointing straight up in the air.
Pointing straight up. So if you see a car out there with some headlights pointing straight up, we're eastbound on Wheelock Parkway at 35 there. And we're looking for the Monte Carlo.
(176) traffic.
176.
Are you mute?
Yale University, 537 uniform, Echo uniform.
Downline UAE on traffic 2113. What are you doing?
Well,
4481.
For those of you that haven't listened before, we got 6 frequencies here that we're trying to monitor simultaneously. We thought that car was going east on Arlington over the freeway, which would have put us in the 3rd precinct. So we were on channel 3 there for a minute, and
42 Lincoln.
of course, this is part of the problem. The original car was on channel 2.
Made statement said she was going to harm herself. Medics are there, and she's not answering the door.
But now we're over in the East District.
Way copy and roll.
2114.
267 en route to LEC, don't move.
2 Valley, see if an adult male at 2114.
Boy, that car made it from Arlington to Maryland fast.
Yeah, that was, we were northbound on Jackson there when the squad said he's eastbound on Arlington coming up on Jackson. Good thing we were actually monitoring. We might have got
creamed,
broadsided by the thing. So anyhow, a lot of you have been monitoring what's been going on with crime in the metro area.
1523.
Actually, I'm going to try to trim some of these frequencies here so we're not all talking over each other.
I'm going to put mine on 1.
Okay, I'll put this on 3, and this one will be on Central. Yeah, you can try to scan all 6, but sometimes on busy nights it gets to be a little bit too cumbersome, so have 3 or 4 different radios on some different frequencies. Anyhow, obviously there's been a significant increase in crime, more so in Minneapolis than here in St. Paul, and it's spurred a debate. Many of you heard about the city council meeting in Minneapolis, and someone sent me a compilation of the city council comments that I posted on
8196
on Facebook, and I mentioned at the last Wednesday. I mentioned how surprised I was at the comments of the council, but 750 people shared that post, a 23-minute post of the discussion about crime in Minneapolis. And if you haven't seen it, please go to my Facebook page or your friend's Facebook page and please watch it, because it's very enlightening as to what's happening in Minneapolis. There's a discussion of exclusionary zones. One council member said that people are being extorted to get out of their alley by organized crime and gangs. Every council member articulated an issue regarding carjackings, etc. So clearly crime is impacted, and I do. There's a big debate over how many police officers are there. I did get some information about the Minneapolis Police Department staffing. Technically, they're authorized to 880, but I think they only are budgeted for 840. But the biggest issue right now is that 120 people, police officers, have taken off work for post-traumatic stress as a result of the riots, etc. And they filed, and when you lose 100 to 120 people from your workforce, it's very difficult to keep your crime fighting at the same level. So I think the feeling was, since there was a move to defund the police down to the charter minimum of $735 or something like that.
I believe that's it.
That's why Chief Arredondo had to lay people off, because he had to get down to that anticipated number. So I'm not sure if the city council still wants to lay people off or cut back, but I can guarantee you that the crime increases are being so significant that they are apparently overwhelming the officers' capabilities on the street.
Yeah, we have some in St. Paul and in Ramsey County. We have some calls that go into pending for a good period of time on some shifts. Minneapolis, it's out of control how many calls are backed up and how long it takes cars to respond to sometimes some pretty serious incidents.
I looked up, some of you will see that I posted on my page. I was curious as to when that was that Chief Arredondo was asking for 400 more officers. I was surprised myself to find it was just the July of last year, and 400 more officers by 2025. And while the mayor at that time didn't agree with the number, he did agree that more were needed.
Yep.
So you realize last July they needed more, and they've lost 120. So you would hope there'd be consensus that in order to get this under control in today's environment, we need to add some. But it doesn't look like the city council over there in Minneapolis is going to be willing to add any, at least not what we're hearing. What was your perspective on it?
Just that, I'm sorry, I was looking at the a pending call.
No problem. I just asking what you thought about the Minneapolis police response as to whether they're going to be willing to add officers. It doesn't really look like it.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like many are intent on staying the course on the whatever version of defunding or replacing the current policing system over there. Yet they are admittedly overwhelmed.
Yeah, this isn't really a debate about reformation or reforming. I think everyone agrees we can be better. We need to change some things. A lot of different reforms in terms of policy and use of force. But the question is, how many bodies does it take to actually respond to 911 calls? And Chief Arredondo is saying that, he's got hundreds of calls that aren't getting responded to because of the staffing issue. So, not going to say much more about that, but appreciate any of your comments. A lot of you watched.
We're going to be waiting outside on the west side of the address for them.
40,000 of you watched that video, and maybe more. So we're eastbound of Minnehaha from Arcade. today we had a woman out on Grand Avenue, and just this side of Snelling, that was going to her car, and 4 parties, 2 males and 2 females, grabbed her, threw her to the ground, kicked her, and took her car. And this is this trend about carjackings. You heard those council members in Minneapolis, they were concerned, but we continue to have it over here, but not nearly as bad as Minneapolis. Part of the reason is we are more likely to pursue them in Ramsey County than they are in Minneapolis or Hennepin.
Yes.
Color had trespassed 2 people yesterday after the animal attacked another suspect back on scene and is currently inside room 128. They do have the dog with them. 178, we're out.
5181, copy, I'm familiar. 82, we'll place 85.
We're at eastbound Minnehaha at Earl.
Copy.
A lot of stolens out there. Oh, the woman's car that was taken. Just gonna get this in. The 2013 Dodge Journey.
Oh, I've got the plate right here. It is Echo Juliet Romeo 242.
EJR 242.
Silver 2013 Dodge Journey, which is a crossover type SUV.
Yes.
37 and 694, the jury's first state requesting start a vehicle went off the road, ramp northbound.
Send it to us because you're breaking up.
94.
I got my text up. She texted.
Yeah. So we got a 911 hang up on Payne Avenue that we're gonna go up to. It's probably nothing, but it happens to be in the neighborhood. It's in the area of
Is this going to be W or E?
a known problem property with gang members. So it's Payne Avenue, just north of Maryland.
Yeah, by one start, by one fire.
We're gonna
370 copy for disorderly en route to the Motel 6, 1739 Old Lot.
Maryland and Payne's
355W.
never a bad place to be anyhow, right?
Right.
172, you can cancel that one.
1286.
178, do you want us to cancel K9?
178 cancel K9, you can cancel your squad responding.
Copy 176, go ahead.
Let's use Dale 94 area. Dodge Journey, no plates. It's got a dealer placard on the front of it, but nothing on the rear. And there's one taken earlier in a carjacking also.
So there's a squad stopping a Dodge Journey without
Dale
plates.
94 to the Dodge Journey, no plates.
Dale 94.
Yeah.
I haven't lit it up yet. It's kind of up here right here. I'm just waiting for it to get past 94. Southbound.
Okay.
173 advised with 163. We can jump that way.
We got an update on that call that someone's yelling in the background. So up at Payne in Maryland, so we're gonna head up there.
Copy.
People yelling.
62 crowd as well.
380.
180.
Woman yelling for people to get away from her house.
3190.
Just advising an alarm impending in 64 Penwood D. Medtronic Laboratories. Audible covering general trouble.
380, apartment number is 202.
Yeah.
90, send that to me. Thank you.
Copy, just anything.
So we're northbound Earl here at
It's about 365.
Maryland. Actually, it might actually be
365.
yeah, northbound Earl at
About
Maryland.
365, squad to back, 1286 Payne Avenue. It is in progress, 911
Clear right.
now. female yelling at a male to get off her property.
Squad 389, Carmine GOA. Send me that.
5184.
So the call has been dispatched now.
Cleared SNR.
Give you an idea. Sometimes the calls are held.
I'll be clear with it till sure.
Clear.
Rice Park.
Yeah.
Copy Rice Park. My apologies. 21.
For those of you that joined us on our Wednesday live at lunch, we appreciate that. It's a little different,
Open line.
a little quieter,
Originally said that somebody rang.
a little less intense just by the volume of.
Avenue. TC's got an open
Clear.
line, hearing lots of arguing. Female telling the male to get away from her house. It was upgraded to in progress.
So remember, Maryland
Copy,
is
I'll straight that way,
1200
4,
north.
4.
So 86 will be.
Copy. And just 365, just be advised, comp just stated that the suspect is a Mildenberg broker window with his hand. No further
The suspect is. You got cuffs there, Pat?
Yes, I do.
So we're 2.5 blocks north. We know that. So 1200 here.
176.
This will be 1230.
Airport 380, 375.
2128.
This will be 1260. 1286 should be right on the corner here. That's coming up. Right there. And the door's open, maybe?
Okay.
Is that it? Well, that's got to be it.
Yep, that's it.
Pull over here. We'll get a better angle on it.
4489, 4487.
40.
Radio off.
I think so.
First assistant medics on the phone.
Yep.
2400. We're out on Payne Avenue.
Got somebody coming out the door. I don't know.
Squad 365.
365.
Additional info, suspect is a 22-year-old black male, 6 foot tall, medium build, wearing a black hoodie, blue jeans, is now across the street.
Copy. Squad 375, I'm out with 2400.
Copy.
Stay right here. Stay here.
Okay, I can't have him touching my sister. My sister is the female that's talking. I've been wanting to be out your life. You next can't call me. You called me.
Milton, come on back here.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Hey, step into your house and we'll make sure you can take. That's fine. Go into your house. I will come to you.
375, check the status.
I'm sorry about this, officer.
This is the gentleman referred to in the call here, Lou.
All right. How are you?
That is his former partner who's actually a male. Okay. And
So this gentleman's very cooperative.
Hi there, how are you?
Very cooperative. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Let me take my hood off so you can see who I am. Okay, I'm Milton. I live right across the street.
Yeah, let me see. I think I
About 365.
Yep.
Okay, so I live right
365.
across the street.
Yep. On
Check
Payne Avenue.
the status on Payne.
Yeah, on Hyacinth.
Hyacinth,
And
okay.
I just
We're all
got
good for it.
married like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We
Okay.
started talking on my Midwest side. And I guess he helped me try to enroll in college. So I said, I don't want to mess with you anymore. I'm done. I don't want to hear half my age. I don't
Excuse
want
me, Milton, one second.
Jimmy?
Yes, he's with me, just so you guys know.
He's my friend.
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I said I just do all my things. I have my little sister like go next door. And,
So that is that your little sister who's here?
or
no?
not biologically.
Let me go talk to the other
So,
side.
Fred.
She lives with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live with her. So it was just a whole big issue when I wanted my stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess literally he has cameras in his house. I'm aware of that. We're waiting on his stuff. We're waiting on him. Waiting on him to come out the town because he said he's going to be on his way. He said we should just have a police station stuff. I
So
said,
do you have
fine.
property in this house
Yes,
right
I
now?
have my whole social and my whole right.
Your what?
My whole social security card, my license, my do-rag, other things like in the house. I knew that I should have started school. I knew that.
Okay.
So I guess it was a problem and he started being belligerent and he couldn't get out his door, so he opened up his screen window, started yelling out, and I ain't gonna lie. I have
About 625.
I came up to the screen.
Can you resend me Margaret Forest shots fired, please?
Well, I just want my thing.
So what,
Copy.
Milton, what do you have inside that house?
I have my
Social security card.
And
Okay.
I have my do-rag.
Do-rag. That's it, just the
And
do-rag.
my college.
You guys got enough help here without us, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yep,
we'll be
yep.
on our way. Milton, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Good. Thank you for your cooperation. Huh?
Thanks, Pat. Milton, let's step off the car so we can take off.
I don't know why your phone breaks up.
Okay.
All right.
Did you hear that? Shots fired coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's just summarize here. What we had here is a domestic situation. A lot of yelling and screaming. 4 St. Paul officers arrived, and we, after attempting to intervene, you did a good job of keeping one party on one side of the street, Pat.
I tried.
Yeah, and try to keep. Normally, you just separate them by rooms, but this one we had to separate by the street. And the one kept charging across the street, so eventually we did have to raise our voices slightly to keep a little bit of decorum there before there was fists being thrown. And gotta be honest, I'm glad that call was dispatched. We were headed to that call. It was impending. It's a good thing it was dispatched, don't you think?
Yeah, it was good to see a couple more bodies there to.
Could have gone downhill very quickly. So I don't know. I don't know how much you can hear when we're out of the car like that with the windows open, but it was semi-chaotic.
I wouldn't be surprised if
We'll be back.
the complainant couldn't be heard screaming.
Yeah. So, of course, then you try to make sure that screaming people keep their 6 feet away from you, because you just never know how far they're projecting those COVID issues. I thought she was going to push you over there, Pat. She was trying to get to the, was that her niece or something? His niece, or?
I never did figure
You
out
were
what the
standing in the middle there, and
relation.
you were defending, but I thought she was. Well, and I apologize for the pronoun question, but this was. It was a very complicated issue. Put it that way.
And I was. It wasn't a sure thing that I was going to be able to keep her away. I might have lost.
Yeah, I thought she was going to push you, but she was pointing at the person behind you.
Right.
Right.
176.
So,
LTAC 2, there's a chase coming into the city.
Oh, good.
Permission for sticks, it's on 94.
LTAC 2. All right, we got a chase
Cut
coming
off
into the
St. Paul.
city. It's probably.
That would be great. Keep me up to date with your speed and traffic.
Traffic's light to moderate. The westbound 94 approaching Century.
Westbound 94 approaching Century. We don't know what agency it is, but we don't know what yet. We just got
Grove 65.
notice on LTAC 2.
Go with emergency.
98, we're past Century. Speeds are 110. The blue minivan with a silver thermal film in the rear window, no plate.
What do you think? Sit right at Mounds
Just so you know, Trooper 5 is
Yeah, just
to get on
in
94.
case, yeah.
on 94.
But I don't know if we can get the mounds before it blows by that intersection.
Hi, copy. And it's, we're passing Century, speed 110, blue minivan, silver rear window, no plates. Is that the reason for the pursuit? 7098, Ramsey's wondering.
Yeah, 98 was suspicious activity in our neighborhood, and no plate, no temp tag. Copy. Passing Sunray, speeds 114, light to moderate.
What's the car description? Do we know?
Passing Sunray.
And with silver on it.
So we're
Request seat help.
southbound on Payne.
I'm going to transfer 6 at 52 and 94. Same call if you guys want assistance with stop sticks.
Yes, please.
So we're going to try to get up to Mounds and
98, we're
6th
past White Bear. Speeds are 100. Traffic is light.
Passing White Bear,
This
speed
timing
100,
is going to be
traffic light.
just about right, I think.
Hopefully. There's a Metro Transit car. He's trying to do a signal.
176, I can get him in the left lane for you. Let me know what lane they're in.
There's a car trying to put stop sticks
Yeah,
out
he's
there.
trending left lane to middle. We're just crossing over 61 now.
So, I don't think I'd go any. Maybe wait right here,
I have 6 at Victoria.
and then we can. If he keeps going westbound, we
Six
can
at
hop
Victoria.
on right here. And if he hops off on
Yeah,
Mounds,
exactly. LTAC 2. Chase coming in on 94.
Passing under Earl, speeds 110. Traffic is light to moderate.
Copy, passing Earl.
he's either going to take.
Once you get the tail cube, let me know what lane you're in. I'm just from over the median.
There's an officer trying to put stop sticks over the median.
See squads down on the highway here. Come on, tell us.
Trooper 5, let us know when you have it.
We're getting closer, but we don't quite have it yet. Have I?
Cross Street?
Just past exit 242 Delta. Westbound 94 approaching 242 Alpha for 12th Street.
It's got to be
Okay.
here, right? All right, here we go.
Trooper 5 is overhead and has a vehicle in sight. Westbound
That's
94
them
just
up
passing
there.
over 7.
Yeah, they didn't
That's-
tell us. They didn't tell us where they were, so we got to
Yeah, he said he was coming up on 12th.
Yeah, but I mean earlier.
I got thrown over the median.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
It'd been nice to get a little earlier.
Check these going northbound 35E. Northbound 35E from 94.
Negative, we're still westbound. I'm about a quarter mile behind.
My apologies. Still spaghetti now, just under Jackson. Robert, still westbound 94 in the, either in the right lane or the right,
Is
the
that-
number
is
5
that
lane.
Trooper 9?
To the right.
I
Yes,
don't know if that's a trooper up there or
that's
not.
the
Alright, I'm
trooper
going
up
to
there.
he's in the left lane. I'm under Victoria. Keep me updated.
We got a squad trying to do some stop sticks down at Victoria. There's a trooper in front of us. He's running without lights.
Left lane under Marion. Speeds are 90.
Left lane under Marion, speed 90 from Woodbury.
Okay, still westbound or western.
We're right behind him.
Well, we're in position, but I don't know where.
He just crossed into Western.
Let me know.
I don't know where everybody else is.
No, I can't see your squad. I'm focused on the suspect vehicle. Just passing under. Step by. Okay, he's middle lane. He's stepping away from me here. Left lane. Middle. He's all the way to the right lane now.
You see a squad up there?
Under Victoria. Probably missed the sticks. Still westbound 94.
This ain't good.
Yeah, negative on the sticks.
I don't like this spot at all. Off the
Alright, Woodbury, if you miss the sticks, Woodbury terminate. We'll let the helicopter keep following it and other agencies if they want to pick it up.
Which is, of course, the right play. Terminate, but follow.
Yeah, Woodbury, I'm terminating at Lexington. He's continuing darked out. Left lane from Hamlin.
So we're going to let the helicopter do the heavy work, but we are
Copy, Woodbury terminating left lane from Hamlin.
we know
23.
we know they'll bail at some point. Probably a stolen car, no tags.
Westbound, just went past Pascal. Slowed up the traffic just a little bit. Called it the far right lane
We
now.
got moderate traffic here. We can actually close a little bit of the gap.
Under Snelling, still westbound.
Dispatcher, we patched in, so see Paul can give these updates.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Washington County to Ramsey County and LTAC 2.
And vehicle description, it's a minivan, blue in color, smashed out window rear with a silver film over it. No plate.
Give us
no temp tag.
the trooper location. That's what we need to know. What did the trooper say? Location.
Passing Cleveland.
Hey, if you haven't shared this live with your friends, now would probably be a good time. It's still before 10 o'clock. We're in the middle of a pursuit.
Metro, you still following him on the camera? We lost him in the turn.
Helicopter's up there. I think. Maybe it isn't the helicopter. Maybe it was the cameras.
Yeah, just approaching 280.
Approaching 280. Something I don't know.
Still darked out in the left lane, coming in the middle.
Yeah, that is the trooper in the sky.
I don't know.
He definitely said he was.
She said there was a copter, but now there's a camera guy.
It's right up there.
You see it? Alright.
Keep talking to us, people.
Location? I don't know why they don't tell us the location.
Just past 27. Westbound 94. Over here on. Just crossing over the river bridge now, still westbound 94.
Usually they do a little better job of letting us know where they're at.
East Metro, step shows me in touch with LTAC 2 for Trooper 5. 2405 Metro. 2405. West side aware of this as well? There. Got it, thank you.
Well, he's not going to make it through that construction at this speed, but we'll see.
I wonder if Minneapolis.
I don't know.
Hope they let Minneapolis know.
Well, we would,
25 away from Toronto, LTAC 2.
you hope Minneapolis would jump in on
25 away.
that too. But
There we go. We can thread this needle here and get.
Can you hear this for the troopers, but flight following the vehicle, correct?
that's not good.
Correct, we're trying to keep up with it on camera. Looking for a blue minivan with suspicious activity in the city of Woodbury. No plate, no temp tags. And then Trooper 5 is overhead.
Move out of the way.
Copy.
Pull in front of everybody. We do not have our red lights on at the moment. Sometimes it gets too confusing for people. Is that lane open over there?
Yes.
So we try to.
Metro, do you still have it on camera? We lost it up against the freeway fences by Riverside. We're looking at the one at camera. The one at Riverside is out.
It's a little weird that the trooper can't see that car, but he is blacked out. That is the problem. There's no lights on the car.
At Trooper 5, we've lost it. I'll clear the patch on 33 on west side, east side. Yeah, we don't have any for either. If nobody's following, we're going to just continue. Sounds good. Thank you. 2147.
There you have it. They have lost it. The trooper lost it. The camera on the freeway lost it. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it got off on Cedar here. We're going to tool around the Cedar Riverside area for a minute. Looking for the van. Got a lot of carjackings actually in this area. I don't know if my friend Abdurazak B, he is watching our show tonight, but if you are, text me, Abdi, and then come on down. Say hi. He was a victim of a carjack here 2 weeks ago. Terrible thing. I'll see if you see that van anywhere dark down around here.
I was thinking the exact same thing. This would have been a likely place for them to get off.
So we are on Cedar going north, coming up on Riverside. Like I said, my friend Abdurazak B, he lives in these towers here. He was carjacked a couple weeks ago. Been a fair number of carjackings over here in Minneapolis. Higher number here than there should be.
Definitely.
So right in front of us there, you can see in the distance across the freeway exit ramp and the tracks there is the Viking Stadium. We don't get to Minneapolis that often, but as long as we're here, I spent a lot of time working with the Somali community for the last 10 years. And obviously a large population here in Cedar Riverside, and the Brian Coyle Community Center has really become a community center for the Somali community. A lot of immigrants just struggling to raise their kids in a positive way. Minneapolis Parks and Rec does a great job over here. Coach Ahmed, who runs a soccer program, they sometimes use this field here, just keeping kids involved in sports and soccer. Those red lights and flashing, that's for the light rail that comes from the Twin Stadium. Comes by the Twin Stadium to the Viking Stadium, and then I don't know, what do they call that? The Blue Line? I'm not sure the name.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And it comes through here, Cedar Riverside, and then goes all the way down the Hiawatha Corridor down to the Mall of America through southeast Minneapolis. I have ridden it many times. But B, if you're watching us, come on down here. One of the greatest community leaders over here, hardest workers in the Somali community. Does a great job of raising his kids too. So we're at 600 South 6th Street and 530 South 6th Street, the Chase House. Of course, this is actually Hennepin County. Sheriff Dave Hutchinson does a fine job. Been a good partner in combating crime. I know he's equally frustrated with the crime in Minneapolis. We're going to turn our scanners back on. Looks like the chase is really...
This is David Paul Tom 648. 118. Can you log me off so I can log back in? Thank you.
2152.
Copy squad to back 671 Sims Avenue, apartment 1 on a disorderly. Comp's cousin and cousin's boyfriend are arguing. Comp's requesting they be removed. Female is a 30-year-old black female, average build, light colored shirt. Male is 27 years old, black male, 5'10". We're all black.
360 is a VSS. Go.
Oh, we've got
379, go for it.
got a quiet second here. Just
to DKP.
want to say hello to our friend Gidget's granddaughter,
2153.
Malia, who is watching us right now.
One of my best buddies. Thank you so much for watching
Squad
us.
start to Fremont and Barclay, assisting county.
I'm sorry, did I say happy birthday?
Vehicle no
That's, I didn't mean that. We just want to say hi.
No, I don't think you said anything.
Okay.
We just said hi. But,
I didn't catch the color, but I believe those taillights, 2 cars ahead of us,
Yep.
are a Dodge Journey, I believe.
well, Malia, what are you doing? I hope you're having fun. I hope Grandma made you some popcorn. Can't watch Facebook without some popcorn. You tell her that Bob said you can stay up an extra 15 minutes tonight. I don't know if we're doing the trick or trunk or treat this year at the Tin Cup, but every year the Tin Cup puts on a trunk or treat where people bring their cars, the police department, the sheriff's office, and other businesses, and hand out treats to kids in the neighborhood there. It's obviously safer than going at the nighttime, but also it's you can do some social distancing, and it's during the daytime. Everybody compares their costumes too. So I don't know. Gidget, you can let us know if trunk or treat is still on. People have to probably pick their own candy so you don't put it in there.
All right.
It was great fun.
442. We'll be at 26.
This is not the Journey in front of us, but I believe that
That's the type of taillights?
those are the type of taillights I think we're looking for.
So a little different than the Durango, but similar type style.
Nope, I'm wrong. It is not a Durango. I mean,
That's
a
an
Journey.
Audi.
That's an Audi,
Only reason I know that is I see those 5 circles.
right?
So,
But it's a similar appearance.
yeah. What did I say I was going to mention tonight? When you and I were talking earlier, I said I was going to mention something.
866.
866.
Well, we were at Ed Dion's retirement party at the Highland Pavilion.
En route to the LEC with an adult male.
Chief Axtell was there giving an award honoring Ed was just a phenomenal person. Well, he still is a phenomenal person. Rescue diver, St. Paul police officer, just helps veterans, just a wonderful guy.
66.
Chief Axtell looked good. He recovered from his COVID.
Can I have you take 4, please?
I do think he lost a couple pounds. You know,
2156.
I guess that's not all bad, right?
All right. Yeah, he was looking good. He said he feels back 100%.
Yep. So that was a good little gathering. Thank you, Ed, for all your years of service. Nobody did it better. That's the song I'd play for you if I was there. Nobody does it better, Ed, than you. Working the downtown beat till your last day, they're always running in on calls. All those young guys are trying to protect you from those calls, but you always were there taking them. Might be a spot for Ed in the sheriff's office, right?
Absolutely.
449 Tango.
449 Tango.
We're going to get off here, Snelling Avenue. We're eastbound 94.
We have a PPV using 225 Roselawn Avenue.
Fact, he also got a life-saving award tonight for having saved the life of a man who'd been grievously stabbed at, what was that, the Dorothy Day Center?
Yep, right downtown there.
Able from Maryland on a Lincoln MKX with no plates, tan in color.
Copy. Maryland Able, Lincoln MKX, no plates, tan in color, 2158.
Seems to be a little traffic jam here. Alliance Field there. Those of you that haven't been back to St. Paul, beautiful soccer facility.
2190.
It is a beautiful facility.
160, I'll be in route to alarm.
Copy 168A, hopping route to assist at 1625 Energy Park, audible covering the south door and north lobby door.
What's the contact?
2158.
What's the nature of the call?
66, can I get a CM, please?
166, your CN is 199196.
Copy.
2158.
Send us the address. Gonna have to get that phone fixed.
How you doing, ISO?
So northbound on Snelling.
In regards to this is Fire Road at 2188 Bike Lake Drive. It's going to be
177. 177. Clear advised with
What do you got yours on, Pat?
And I'll start to the DOC.
On one.
Yeah, I'll put the main one on one if you want to go to
Copy 175 to assist at 754
I'll
Van
take
Buren for a
three.
colored vehicle that's in the back of the address.
Oh, there it is.
Party is possibly inside, no movement was seen. Suspect is a Asian male. State's ongoing issue.
175 copy.
2159.
So,
3928
for those of you that are new, we try not to repeat things.
138, you can see the alarm.
If you're interested in some of the history of previous calls, please try to watch some of the previous ones. They're all online. I mean, every time Pat and I drive by the church there at Thomas and Snelling, we think of Cassie Hansen. You know, you can't not think of her.
829.
You know, and how she was abducted from the church and killed, but we don't like to go over the story again, so it's kind of covered in our one of our earlier shows.
Yes.
Black Trailblazer, no plates.
The case has actually been featured on some of the Discovery Channel true crime stories, in fact.
26723.
2200. Copy.
So we're eastbound on Thomas.
367 to 360, coming between the houses. 610. Bravo 351.
Bravo 351.
Can you put me on a PPV at Summit and Freedom?
That sounded good.
Copy.
Could have been a shot, or it
Might
could have been
a
somebody
gun.
driving over a board, huh? You think to the right?
Yeah, sounded like this one.
Bravo 179.
A hard board hitting the ground sometimes has that concussion impact sound.
Have a good night at 2201.
Southbound on Hamlin now. Actually, that car is going a little faster than average, right?
You can put me on 8190.
Turned on what, Sherman?
It's going to tag along with this car. When we turned the corner, this one was moving southbound on Hamlin. You got to look for furtive movements. Obviously,
7823.
still proceeding very fast. It's unusual to go this way. Very unusual. Because the red light was at Hamlin. And now you're down here on Syndicate. You're locking yourself in.
173 on the block.
2202.
Oh,
Looks like they're home.
there you have it. Pulling in behind that apartment. Parking.
8196.
Which is the only reason you would go that way is if you live there.
Very true.
North of D. David, south of Highway 88.
Back on University Avenue, the infamous BP gas station right there ahead of us.
8190, just now Jade Medic. We got one still in the car. He can be removed, but he's in rough shape. Barely conscious.
We got a relatively bad accident there.
180.
222. 190.
Up in New Brighton.
It's gonna be 10 a.m. McCad. Marked 270.
2202.
So we're eastbound on University.
2203.
Ironically, we haven't really talked to that many people. Usually we've talked to a dozen people, but usually we've talked to a dozen people by now.
Yeah, we haven't spoken to anybody, but I think at that call.
Of course, it's only what?
5E with collector plate 760485, code 4.
Kellogg and southbound 35E, code 4, 2203.
Eastbound Uni just past Lex.
Squad 375.
We did get a
Assisted with 380, considers both the welfare check out Westminster.
run up to. Got a request to stop by. We'll go by that 754 Van Buren first.
Bravo 500 duty.
We're not too far away from it.
Bravo 500, have a good night, 2204.
So we got us the streets here are in, order every 30 numbers. Sherburne, Charles. Remember, University is
5006. Just confirming that state's in route.
University is 480. That means it's 1 mile north of Summit, which is 0.
Squad 365, copy the disturbance. Squad's back, 1604 Sloan, straight for a group of teenagers behind the
These
building.
short streets are 30 apart, so we're going Sherburne, Charles, Edmund, Thomas. That's 120 numbers, so we're at 600 right here, 600 north, and we're on Victoria, so that's east-west. That's an 860, but we're going to LaFond, right?
Yeah, we're on Chatsworth.
Oh, we're on Chatsworth. We're not in Victoria, so we got a little ways to go. We're gonna, yeah, I know. That's what I meant. We're going to Van Buren. 754, right?
Yes.
We'll just tool around here.
5182 traffic.
52.
Grotto's at
Right
740.
Street turning on to Demont. Edward Tom Frank. 866 out of TLEC.
Anybody at the call yet on
2205.
Van Buren?
I didn't hear him tonight.
Bravo 330 DOT.
Have a good night, 2206.
Mine doesn't pop up. So you gotta keep me posted.
It was dispatched.
I think when I'm on the phone here, it doesn't pop up.
5182. We're stopped. Just past the Hog's Breath on Demont.
County squads are in traffic up there. So remember, the even numbers are on the south side of the street.
Street races unknown further by the St. Paul Yacht Club. Not sure if that's something you can handle if you're restricted to Raspberry Island.
So we're on Minnehaha. The next street is Van Buren. And the even numbers means it's on the south alley. Looks like
178.
that squad there or not?
Not sure.
Clear and false alarm with 173. 2206.
Yeah, I know that. But the squad,
Compromised
St. Paul
with
squad.
that's
Dale
a
at
squad.
2206 Maryland Avenue East is responsible.
379 outside.
Copy 2207.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, there's another squad going down through the alley. It's not in the alley anymore. How old is the call? Chloe, how old is it? Ten minutes old.
Seventy-one 26.
7126.
Hello.
You put me out with 230 X-ray Lincoln John, occupied by 2.
Good. How are you?
You didn't call, did you?
Subject plate occupied
Huh?
by 2. 228.
So she's gonna go up around the block?
Yep.
5182 and
That house down there, the
Any other car can cancel.
Okay.
Should be clear for traffic. I was supposed to be clear.
Hold on,
228.
the guy's not supposed to be there. So, he keeps breaking in. We were instructed by...
270,
every time we
168.
saw him there.
168.
When you say that house, what's the address of?
168.
Oh, so it's on your side of the street. Okay. Well, you pointed kind of that way, so
Sorry, that way.
it's on the north side.
Is that your live stream right now?
Pardon me? Yeah, we are. Well, thanks for noticing. Yeah.
Oh, man, I watched live stream.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you watching tonight or not?
No, we just got back from dinner. And that's when I saw the car there, so I called it in. And I wanted to make sure that something's getting done.
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out for you.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate it.
thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Pat.
Pat, yeah, you're Pat from your Facebook group.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
Jimmy Keys. That's my name on there.
All right, Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy. Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the call. Thank you. Yeah, we were surprised he was the caller because it wasn't anywhere, not real close to the house, but he's been keeping track because the police have told him that house is supposed to be vacant. Nobody should be living in there.
And apparently the owner
44 81.
keeps going back in.
4481.
So
You got PCN, you can use
that's what we need to
Moreland
keep
Court.
track of all this. Is good residents like Jimmy that call aren't afraid to call.
That'd be 2209.
Would you get your light there, Pat?
Right here.
Okay, let's do it. I don't know, and I hope this St. Paul car decides to check it out. I'm gonna give him a little flashing light.
Part 190. Status on traffic.
Hold 4 on field if PO can start the fire routine.
Confirm field for the squad start routine.
We'll be right back with you all.
We're gonna have a little conversation.
964
Sympathizing.
Well, that'll scare him out, huh? How do you like our new siren?
Also, you
Yeah, you guys gonna check the house or? Yeah, but
962 and go to the LEC report.
2211.
we're gonna walk up. Is she in the back? Okay. Oh, she's checking. Okay. Well, feel free to join us.
Copy at 2211. Is that 283?
283. Can you show me out with 270?
283 copy.
1046 Hancock Street. Report an accident and run.
Copy.
2212.
Squad 375.
375.
I'm on scene and I see some medics are out here as well. Any relation to my call?
All right, Pat, you want to report on it since you did more of there?
Yeah, it sounds like it's the previous homeowner fairly regularly returns and breaks into the house, this vacant house. But as of now, it's tight as a drum. There's no, it's all boarded up. None of the boards are removed. There's no way anyone could have gotten in.
He reported there was a car there, right?
Yeah, and the car is no longer there.
They're on a traffic south.
164.
Copy.
163.
Received.
All right. Something was going on while we were in there, out there.
Looks like there's street racers down at Raspberry Island.
Yeah, we could tool down there. Not a terrible idea.
2447.
Go ahead.
For report. Okay, the gym.
Jimmy Keep, was that his name on Facebook? Is that what he said?
Jimmy Keebs, I believe.
Marshall.
Hang on. What happened at Lexington and Marshall there?
64 copies.
Just driving by Willard's here.
Slow to stop.
301.
Thank you.
Everything all right? Okay. How's it going? Having a good night? Beautiful out, isn't it?
190, I'm code 41 in custody.
Code 41 in custody at 2216.
Got the car.
So 190, my apologies. Was there a PO en route?
Negative, no PEO en route. Do you need one at this time?
Yes, please. 684, I'm like 2 blocks away. I can head that way.
684, thank you, 2216.
We're gonna try the halftime.
Yeah, but I wanted to go down to the racers. We haven't been down to.
Copy.
We've stopped the racers down in Energy Park, but I'd like to
Six
see
here,
the
go.
racers on Raspberry
6 over.
Island, huh?
Yeah.
We haven't shown them that ever, so
Here's been route 2216.
it'd be good to see what's happening down there. You got your other radio on 3. I got 1 and 2 on these two.
$40.41.
What the heck is that siren?
What are you doing?
Looks like another
You show me out. Just
trooper.
to advise, this will be the suspect's residence.
For eastbound on Uni from Grotto.
Where do you want to come? You're going to be out of the suspect's residence, so I'll advise that. That's make sure that we
Squads are already out at Island. They usually move them out pretty quick.
Well, if something comes up better, I'll slide over there. But yeah.
177. Can you reopen that last call, please? Affirmative. 2218.
So what else do we have to report, Pat? I don't know. It's been an interesting week in crime. Minneapolis has taken the brunt of the murders this week. A lot of shootings. Got over 400 people shot in Minneapolis, about 160 shot in St. Paul this year. It's
2162 traffic.
We'd have a lot more murders if it wasn't for the quality of our St. Paul Fire Department paramedics
Romeo Tango Tango.
and emergency room personnel at Regions Hospital,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
I don't know if you guys saw Jay Coles' story last night on Channel 5, but that was really a good story about the exclusionary zone that cops can't get into, and this business owner, auto repair store, getting beat up several times. I don't know if you caught that.
I sure did. That's horrible.
That's a tough thing. And then I didn't see it last night, but today someone sent me a link to Channel 4 did a story.
One caller and a shots fired, 2708 Edgerton. Caller stating 5 shots heard, 1 every 10 seconds from kind of address. Nothing else seen or heard.
2708 Edgerton. Shots fired. We might run up there at some point here soon. We'll see if there's another call.
2365.
But Channel 4 did a story where the inspector in charge of the precinct sent the businesses a letter saying reinforcements are not on the way. Did you see that?
Yeah.
My goodness. And the businesses were saying, hey, we need help here. And but that was on WCCO last night. Two amazing stories about crime in general. I think Pat and I just want to make sure that we don't make mistakes here on this side of the river that are going to be difficult to recover from, correct?
Absolutely.
102.
1-2. Hot rod detail at your last at 2230 for a little bit.
Is that the Raspberry detail?
Copy on U10 which squad?
121. 3 racer detail.
2221.
Well, our friend Ahmed at the tobacco
Copy
store
25 Rice at 2221.
had some grief.
177.
Gotta make sure he's doing okay here.
177. Clear GOA.
How's it going? Put a big smile on your face. You're glad to see us, right?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Well, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How's it going, everyone?
820.
How's the tobacco here?
We're all at right now.
Is Ahmed in there?
Bravo, Michael, Golf,
I know. Is Ahmed in there? Ahmed, the
164, checking your
owner.
status.
Is the owner in there?
We are full full.
Copy, it's 2222.
There's a lot of
315. Attempting to pull over a white Chevy Tahoe,
At water 22.
Minnesota Echo, Sierra Lima 417. Slow to stop.
270, clear traffic over the cattle.
But where are you,
Westbound
415?
Wheelock, Fontaine.
Westbound Wheelock from Payne.
270, copy.
Well, they're not.
Receiving traffic.
10-3 and squat to back.
283, copy.
Westbound Wheelock, Fontaine.
That's on your radio.
Yeah.
The clientele here at the current time is not overly happy to see us, which
No,
is
they are
unusual.
not.
There's a lot of tobacco
Copy,
being sold.
23.
315, we finally stopped. Westbound westbound Wheelock, Fontaine.
Must be doing some good business here, huh?
Yeah.
Copy, vehicle stop, westbound Wheelock, Fontaine. 2223.
Was that Ahmed in the back? Or?
I don't think so.
Looks like maybe. Well, there's a lot.
315, you get clear there as well.
There's a lot of people out tonight.
Copy, canceling 10-3. 2323.
Got a lot of people.
Yep, I think it's going to be continue being busy.
310, Keyshaw, 17, Hammond.
How are you? Going home or just getting started?
Copy, 2323.
Did you have to pay extra for that tail light?
177.
That's good work. Who did that? Good work. Red duct tape or what?
Yeah, Destruction
Nice
Avenue on
work.
Fulton Street,
It looks
Walter
good. I always tell my son there's
Chuck.
one more use for duct tape, right?
For male, name of Raphael, who assaulted a cop. Argument was heard in the background when the line disconnected. 175, I copy en route at 2224. One 168 traffic. 168. Center Marshall. Echo Kilo Mike 277. Lexington and Marshall and traffic 2224.
Guess I should have had my lights on for a few of those encounters, huh?
178. We'll be out.
I forget they don't know who we are.
Copy.
A lot of people here at the holiday, huh, Pat?
Yeah, this is packed.
Totally packed. Totally packed.
4047.
All right, we'll head over to that 426 Oxford.
Report of an assault.
You change it to Street of Trust and I'll be clear report.
Not too far out of our way.
Copy 2225. 4481 checking status.
4431. Go for it.
So, just south of University there, a couple blocks on Oxford. Oxford, of course, is
4492
just
Tango
a
traffic.
block this side of Lexington, so
4492.
it's about a mile and a half from us.
County Road C, Charlie and Hazelwood.
Maybe a mile and 3/4.
Nora Edward King.
Okay, I'll see Charlie and Hazelwood at 2225.
You can put the hair wherever you like it.
Is that the fan here?
Yep, wherever you like it. See, the driver gets to drive, but the passenger gets controls of everything else, right? Isn't that what we always say?
Sorry.
It's all right.
It's nice. You can set the heat differently on both sides.
I think fireworks call just dropped looking for 41 intercept.
Oh, fireworks call up, but I don't know.
Get tomorrow, just time altogether.
I think those shots fired up on Edgerton are
2226.
Fireworks.
fireworks. Well, we're gonna try to play our song we were gonna play before we started. But we gotta start with a
177 squads are
chase.
out. 2227.
Play Fool for the City. Let's see how it goes.
Playing Fool for the City by Foghat.
Because we love being in the city.
2178, Scott's go for it,
That's the
2227.
thing about Pat and I. We love being in the city.
Yes, we do.
There's no better than just being down here serving. So hopefully it will play, but
164.
it doesn't seem to go.
164.
Well,
Clear to the
let's
west.
see if we can get it to work. Well, that's all we're gonna throw at you today because we're in the middle of the shift, but
Copy, and putting you out with 836 2228.
just thought we'd throw that back at you on our way to the Oxford call.
Since we are indeed fools for the city.
I suppose a lot of people will call us fools now too, right? That'll be the next thing. Look at those.
2228.
Look at those two fools.
I've heard worse.
What it means is we're passionate about the city. We want the city to succeed. We spent our whole lives out here since the late 70s trying to help make a difference and have this place succeed. And so to watch the changes when they aren't always for the better, it gets frustrated sometimes. And as I said on our afternoon show on Wednesday, we want Minneapolis to succeed. I love going to Minneapolis. I love taking my wife to the Capitol Grill or to Manny's or to a football game or baseball. But I just don't know that I'd take her there right now under certain circumstances after dark. And you know what? It shouldn't be that way. And so I mentioned on Wednesday, the governor, everybody recognized the importance of downtown Minneapolis, that it's a gem/jewel, and we better pull together to protect it. Because I don't think the city is capable of maintaining it by itself. It's going to need some help. I don't know that they're brave enough to ask for help, but if they don't, very quickly that environment that everybody loves downtown Minneapolis is going to slip away. So I'm just saying that it's time for the collective One Minnesota to figure out a way to save Minneapolis. And the guy that can lead the charge is Sheriff Hutchinson or the public safety director, because obviously the chief of Minneapolis has his hands tied. So let's make it work. Let's fix it. So we're at about 4:20. Whoop. Everybody good?
Oh, yeah. Pizza, sir.
Yeah, pizza? I'll take a pizza. What do you got? What's going on? Oh, you got 10 pizzas. Where are they all going? 20 pizzas. What do you got, a revival meeting or what? Hey, thank you. Hey, come here a minute. Come here a minute. Here, come here a minute. Here, is this a treatment center?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. How much those pizzas cost?
Oh, I don't know.
Guess.
$50, I
Here.
guess.
Well, the sheriff's office is paying for the pizza tonight, okay?
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome. God bless you. Hey, anybody that's in treatment, carry on.
2360
That's good. What do we got here? Eureka United Methodist Church and a treatment center, which is probably the location of the... Well, at least we got them pizza, even if they're arguing.
Yep, that's it.
412 High Point Curve.
7412 High Point Curve at 2231.
They gave us a code for.
Yeah. We'll just stay here. There's a bunch of people coming in with bringing some food for the people at the treatment center.
Hold it, bud. Yeah.
Squad 510.
Highway 61 and 36. Boy, Nora, Tom, 605.
61 and 36, that's 2232.
Hello.
Okay.
265.
All right, good to know. Is it impending? 714.
Copy. 633 Palace on a suspicious vehicle, black Cadillac with maroon top, idling for the past 20 to 30 minutes. 2230.
All right, well, it looks like the officers are code 4 here. They're just taking an assault report. And
2233.
ironically, the same people we ran into with all the pizzas were going into the same location. One of the residents apparently assaulted somebody else, and
That's what it sounds like.
Copy.
looks like they're taking a report.
One 13, I copy and rest of the DK.
Anytime people are in an
2233.
addiction recovery place, I really appreciate them, because they're doing a lot of heavy lifting to get themselves better.
Absolutely.
And
9173.
kudos to all those people that are out there. I know that East Side Recovery House, we've been by there, but there's so many people combating addiction and fighting the fight. It's,
I think everybody's family has been touched by it.
no one wants to be an addict. I don't know. Did I mention? I don't know. I can't remember Wednesday. I think I did mention the chase that we were on that went up to Anoka.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, you
A
did.
young lady that was an addict, a heroin addict. Doesn't want to be an addict, but said she spent hundreds and hundreds every day on her addiction. Turn this light off here.
Yeah, to 714 Striker Avenue, Unit 2 for a possible burn. Someone just tried to break in a caller's bedroom window. Comp heard a knock on the door prior to the attempt. Comp's neighbor will have the door open for police. Unknown further.
We might head over there. That's on the west side.
Check.
714 Striker.
Thank you, 2235.
That west side's just been picking up lately.
It really has.
118.
Oh, someone asked why the west side is called.
1894 University for 3 people that are standing near a vehicle playing loud music at 2235.
Someone asked why the west side's called the west side when it's not, when it's actually south of St. Paul, and it's not too complicated, but basically it's because it's on the western side of the Mississippi, and the Mississippi runs technically north to south. In certain cases it bends to the east like it does at downtown St. Paul, but it's still technically the part of St. Paul that is on the western side of the Mississippi, so they call it the west side.
2235.
And, you know, of course, there's the West Bank and West St. Paul, but West Siders know it's West Side. Appreciate everybody who's hanging with us tonight. I hope you find it interesting. We're eastbound on University Avenue, coming up on Rice Street. And I'll zoom down here. How's it look there to the right? We don't want to get hit by a train.
Good.
Train, there we go. We've kind of given you guys a good view of the homeless situation on Wednesday. I've been thinking about this the city really needs to solve the homeless equation in the next 2 months. City and county and the state. And
184.
I would just
Clear supplement.
I would just encourage you to have a conversation with your appropriate elected officials and community leaders about are we going to have a plan before winter? Because I just don't want to see fingers and toes frozen off. And I know that there's not a county or city plan on where to house people once the weather turns cold. There's just not enough room where they're at, so and you know, hoping people are going to stay warm enough in their tents is a nice wish, but not really very practical or responsible.
8196 traffic.
And to a certain extent, if we can't solve the homeless problem,
Highway Northwest Parkway,
when it's a known number,
659.
a known number, a quantifiable number, which is relatively small, of relatively peaceful people. If we can't solve that problem, how on earth are we ever going to solve our crime, gang problems, where we really have deep issues? So let's knock these problems off one at a time, and let's get an organized county city effort to figure out what our long-term solution is. And I've had a lot of people call me with ideas.
2238.
I don't think the ideas are that hard to come up with. It's deciding and making a commitment to actually follow through. So we'll let these two people cross since they So we're en route to 714 Stryker. There's a burglary in progress. Someone tried to break in her bedroom window. And again, we're going to the west side. Stryker's a north-south street over there that isn't simple to get to, but
copy on Russell 1239 River, 239.
This is the problem we've talked about, where if there's a car on the west side,
281.
everything is fine.
281.
But if there's not, like this, probably an off-duty guy working at Holiday.
Code 4 for now, to the car free to head to 633 Palace Avenue.
That call came out before.
Five 525 from downtown.
525, copy, thank you, 2214.
I didn't hear whether squads were on scene here or
I don't know if they're on scene or not.
Copy.
I'm not sure. Over here, I don't know the north-south numbers, so if you can catch them, we're going to go up to George here and take a right and go to Stryker. But
You can tie all these calls at 2560 and
485.
or code 4.
485.
We're at 485 south.
Okay, it's probably getting bigger. So here,
540.
I think Stryker.
281, and the car's half it off, this guy's not cooperating.
Where are we at there?
What's that?
Copy, 525 is stepping on mail. And holding a 10-1 for squad 633 Palace, code 4.
That's the Palace call.
Yep. This is Stryker.
We're going to 714 Stryker.
Correct.
Your
side of the street.
Area South Canadian McMenemy Street for 5 shots heard. Nothing else is seen or
We're
heard.
only at 560.
442, copy.
82, copy. So you just pull my PPV and pending, please.
That was we just went over.
Copy, medics can advise her.
639.
Okay, so we're getting closer. So this is, you can tell how long it took us to get here. And it's kind of a long way.
700.
There we go. 714 maybe? Looks like an apartment
281.
building though.
We're close for you. Can cancel the one. Is there a TZD car that's free?
So
Code 4 canceling attention.
No, nobody else is available.
It says something about somebody propping a
650, thank you.
door
And
open.
code 4, canceling the 10-2 at
Propped
22.
open for us, I think. Apartment 2.
We are going to go in really briefly and talk to the lady in apartment 2. Stay with us. We won't be in there long. St. Paul is on the way, but we just want to make sure she's comforted by knowing she's okay. Grab your phone there, Pat.
175 and 177, copy
my
resident
phone?
disturbance at Central and Milton.
Just in case.
Loud music, possibly parties smoking marijuana. Music groups around 20 people. 2242.
Clear 20. What's clear most?
Twenty-two 44. 44. Information for squads. Channels 2 and 3 are currently patched on console 2 at 2244.
Three, about a block.
2245. Squads 510 and 221.
510. 221.
164 Bigelow Lane is picked on a public housing unit. C as in Charlie for disorderly for an ex-boyfriend of the back door refusing to leave after being put out earlier.
510, copy, I'll be out in a block.
Copy.
221, copy.
Thank you, 2246.
Five 516, cancel 221. All assist 510, coming from HQ.
Copy, 221, you're clear.
221, copy. Thank you.
2246.
625 report, EOT.
625, have a good night, 2246.
5181.
86. 6433 repeat 2 at Best Buy for an audible alarm covering the front entry door.
81 copy.
86 copy from Dale 36. Transfer them.
What's up, fire?
175.
Step 177. This class 510.
All right.
Right 10.
Oh, we didn't.
510. Just reading the comments here. It looks like the confluence is the coldest suspect and kind of have him moving along. I will try calling him first. We'll go there.
We did not find any evidence of prying. There was a window that was open and cranked open, but hard to say if there was a burglary attempt or a suspicious party out there. But St. Paul Police now is here.
9175.
We're going to let them handle the rest of the call taking.
I'm stopping a white SUV at Cranbrook and Spruce.
My partner's just
kind of leaving the direction of the call.
Checking the outside.
64.
But,
I'll get a clear report.
2248.
All right. We are. I heard a call when we were going in there that seemed like they were
265
asking for a few extra bodies, but
I think that was on Palace.
We also have a district sergeant who responded to our location.
Palace, but then there was another disorderly call on Central or something.
Copy to confirm you wanted the boss.
You think it's one zero?
Thank you, 2249. Two 206, 282, copy. 201, I copy. 2249.
All right, just read a few of those notes there while we're driving there. There, radio captain.
All right.
Some of the ones with dots on them there that haven't been opened yet.
Park Security 568 DOT.
Someone's wondering if
Have a good night,
you
2250.
knew Fred Demko or Foxy from the barber shop on the east side.
Well, it sounds familiar, but I can't claim to have known him. I don't know which barbershop. There was another one up on White Bear Avenue by White Bear and North St. Paul Road that my dad took me to. I'm pretty sure our barber was always named Al. A lot of barbers named Al back in that day.
Someone says that they were at the Walgreens in Blaine a little while ago, and while they were in the store, it was robbed at gunpoint.
Oh, I'm glad you brought the Walgreens thing up, because this is a big trend. I don't know if there was a gun there in Walgreens or not in Blaine. I assume that there was. However, Walgreens are getting hit left and right throughout the metro area, where they're going in and just taking a cart full of stuff and walking out the door.
It's all over the metro.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody confronted them and then Walgreens, someone pulls a gun. But they don't even pull guns. They just leave, and the Walgreens employees are often afraid to confront them. So the sense of lawlessness that's going on this is happening at Walgreens all over the area. We're going to have to decide as a community that it's not acceptable. But a lot of the Walgreens employees aren't even calling us until it's over.
I'm sorry, that was 214 on the PPV.
So we're headed back up Wabasha back to downtown.
and was watching from the Wisconsin Dells
Yeah.
and would like us to say hello to Tony.
Tony. Hi to Tony. And by the way, Wisconsin Dells, I love your town. I've been at Kalahari a couple times, the Wolf another couple times, and then the go-kart track with the spilery track at the Dells. Awesome. A couple museums there. I did hear yesterday, someone told me that Tommy Bartlett water shows, which I've seen several times, is going to close. If that's true, please text us, because I want to know. If supposedly they announced that they're closing up, COVID cut them down, and they're just going to walk away. I hope that's not true. But great ride, great stop on the way to Chicago, 3 hours there. Got live animals at the Kalahari Hotel. You can feed giraffes there if you want. They got an indoor water park there. A couple of the hotels do have indoor water parks.
And actually it's Trey. Trey is the young man's name in the Dells. So sorry I mispronounced that.
Well, you're excused. So, took my kids there a few times. Alright, I gotta step out of the car for a minute. I'll be right back in here. Front of the Landmark Center, a beautiful, beautiful place.
Squad 324.
Okay.
Area checking a DK driver in the area of 1347 Burns Avenue, Bob's Bar and Grill. Vehicle swerving all over the wrong side of the road. Pulled over not too far from the bar, possibly under the
Alright, so
Bravo Mike Charlie 454.
we are downtown at the Landmark, Rice Park across the street here. And this right in front of us there is the St. Paul Hotel.
516
And
party in the DOC, code 4.
I am going to pull into their driveway and I'm going to play a song because, Pat, what is the day today? What's the date?
What date is it? It's the 18th.
Of what month?
The 18th of September.
All right. Well, let me just tell you.
Smiling at mentioning his name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Trey, you're good looking kid.
So we're back. Eastbound on 5th Street. Gonna run by the transit station. I try to be positive about our world, where we're headed.
113, I copy noted that suspicious at mini
We're right there.
We can stop there.
2 males in their early
Go ahead and
20s.
announce. We got a guy offering to give us a spare bottle of Rain-X for our next rainy night.
Yeah, we've discovered there's a real issue when it's raining with the camera staying focused, because it'll periodically focus on the raindrops on the windshield. And it was suggested we get some Rain-X, and we have someone offering us some at 401 North Robert.
It's not even 11 o'clock tonight. I feel like we've been out here for a while.
It does. Been a lot happen.
Now, the numbers down here don't really work too well, but this is Jackson, of course. Oh, here we go. That's 375 Jackson because it's on the backside. Interesting.
So it should be right there, I'm
Right
thinking.
there.
Maybe right there in that
car
vehicle.
there. Did he just text us?
It was, yeah, it was just a couple minutes ago.
It's not that guy, but there's a security guard that's pretty friendly at secure in there. So we are at 401 Robert. If you want to pass on a bottle of Rain-X, we'd love to have it. Of course, it's always a possibility somebody lured us here for some devious means.
And there is a little bit of a delay
Yeah.
in the broadcast, so we'll give them a chance to
As
hear
we're
us.
here, anybody that remembers the Buttery restaurant owned by Dan Darlene, which is now the Minnesota Saloon there.
The party is leaving.
It's definitely 401 Robert here,
That's 2259.
but
There we go.
there we go. Let's see who this is here.
Oh, I guess not.
Oh, thought you had a bag of Rain-X for us. Well, they can call us back, right?
Right.
They can text us back for the must be a security.
Oh, is that?
Well, he doesn't have a bottle of
I don't
Rain-X,
see him.
212.
right?
212.
Can I get the CN?
I don't think
Again,
so.
is 199 284.
Right.
Again, 199 284.
Well, 401 North Robert at the Securian building. Feel free to text us back. Thank you for the kind offer. Someone was wondering if it's ham and cheese time for us yet.
It's getting there.
Or we're getting
I will
close.
tell you this. My son, who's 15, eats protein bars. And he left one in the car today. So just before we started, well, actually, Dee Walsh, thank God bless Dee Walsh, she got a case of what, Ding Dongs and Twinkies?
Yeah, half and half. Half ding dongs, half Twinkies.
I'm gonna tell this nice security guard that A, he has to slow down, and B, he can't be texting. There's a security guard here, and I'm sure he's making his life a little better, but I'm just gonna have to have a conversation with him.
Hi.
All right. What's going on? Number one, you're driving too fast.
I'm trying to get to work. I'm relieving my partner.
I know, but you can't drive too fast. Number two, you can't be texting your partner while you're driving.
I just looked at it. I didn't text her. I looked at it. She replied to me.
Yeah, listen. Can you work with us here?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Slow
you.
down. Don't
got
text. You're a security guard. You're a role model. All right.
I
When
know,
you
bro.
when you drive by other people at a high rate of speed, they see your badge and they think you're us.
Okay, I totally understand, and I apologize.
What's your first name?
Jesse?
Jesse. Good luck.
All right.
Take care,
See you.
Jesse.
See you
All
later.
right, man.
I'll help you with this one. You go ahead.
No, I'm here. This is my building.
Oh, this is it.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm trying to get here.
all right.
All right.
Nice young man.
Yeah,
Sometimes you need to convince them that it's important, you know.
right.
But that's like my son too. Everybody in that 15 to 28-year-old age range. Sometimes you just gotta take a little extra time and convince them why it's important, right?
Indeed. This might be, that was that Alex who was chasing that vehicle at the beginning of the night?
Yeah, might have been.
That might be something you might want to share with him. In fact, I can. I forgot. I've got his number.
Okay, well, that's a good idea.
One thing about the winter and jackets and vests, so darn many pockets. You lose track of where you put stuff.
To the LSU for adult male at 2303.
Well, is our technology working? That's the biggest thing.
Traffic.
525 copy to confirm your route with another adult male.
So,
Negative with evidence.
Copy with evidence 2303.
so I got that one on 2. This one on 1. You want to go to 3?
Sure.
Pretty quiet downtown.
Let me see if that's his.
Here. Is that the very next guy?
516.
Yeah.
Let's see.
516.
That was too quick.
I'll be giving a courtesy ride.
Back to the cutout.
1 to the area of Bryce and Wheelock.
I don't know what that means.
Where
To
we
the area of
were.
Bryce and Wheelock
Okay,
with
I
1
believe.
at 2304.
All right.
510 bottles.
Copy following to Bryce and Wheelock 2304.
So we're going southbound Robert again from 7th Street. Let's see if we,
Have a good night, 2305.
we want to be there to receive any Green X people want to donate. Spent a lot of years down here, Pat. I don't know all the stories that the buildings could tell.
Lots.
Is there the substation there now in 7th Place, or must be in the backside of Securian?
177.
Yeah, it's still in the Securian building, I
They
believe.
used to park right here
177.
on Robert.
Do you want us to start medics?
This must be the cutout.
Affirmative. We'll be 4-4 for medics.
We are in the cutout there.
Yeah,
For,
2305.
oh, there he is.
270.
Hey, how's it going?
If you could change it to a suspicious.
Thank you.
283, 287, and sure.
Oh, this is awesome.
Picking up one for myself the other day.
Yeah, you thought of us?
And I thought of you guys.
Yeah. Do you work here at night, or night watchman, or what do you do?
Bob Flex.
I don't recognize you with your mask on. You got a huge mask on there.
No. One of the biggest supporters of your campaign.
Oh, thank
I
you.
know. I give to one guy
Yeah.
every election cycle.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's you, Pat. I'm Bob Fox.
Oh, you're
Oh,
Bob Fox. We saw
okay.
your Bobby. We saw your car.
Yeah.
We saw your car. It's all
I'm
decked.
always around.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the
Yeah.
I'm one of the bosses. Here.
No. Oh,
I've
you
been
are.
one of the bosses over 2 decades here.
I know you were on the page all the time. Bobby, thanks for everything. I got to run right over there. Don't go anywhere. We're going to check this noise out, okay? You be right here?
We'll be right.
We're going to come back,
We're going to be
Bob.
right back.
We just checked out that screaming. Anybody else, step up, man, step up, man. It's a challenge to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a challenge to have a gun. You think it was this way?
Yep.
That's Bobby Fox. I didn't recognize him with that mask on. No, who's yelling at who? Or is he yelling at himself?
That's always a possibility.
I'm assuming this guy's yelling at himself, right?
I'm thinking so.
Remember the guy we talked to the other night? There's a lot of mental illness down here tied to homeless. But if he's not yelling at anybody anymore, we're going to let him go. Definitely was some challenging words there. Hey, was he yelling at you or?
I don't. He's yelling at whoever I don't know. I think he's talking to himself.
Well, come here. We just want to make sure he's talking to himself.
Yeah, I don't know him. So.
You're okay?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
You're good?
Bye.
All right. Confirmation. Yelling at himself.
I want that.
That's Bobber Fox.
224.
Yeah,
He drove that car that looks like it's like
Wrong-way driver. Pennsylvania and eastbound towards Olive.
Pennsylvania, eastbound towards Olive.
Copy, wrong-way driver, Pennsylvania, eastbound towards Olive. I'll create you a call to the spot of
Guys, and I'll make sure you get an invite too. I don't know if you know, but we're building our own kind of version of Emmerich or Arctic.
Oh, are you?
A fusion center.
You are here?
Yes.
Security?
It's in the same. You know, this is where the downtown beat
Yeah,
headquarters are.
yeah, no, and I've had a tour of your security area down here
Yeah,
too.
that's right. It's right in there.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
My office is in this building. But the fun is had.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, we're opening up a fusion center.
Okay, are you gonna connect with the rest of downtown
through a
cameras?
Yeah, and we're actually kind of going through your office a little bit with that too. And I've done a tour of Arctic.
Yeah, Arctic. Yeah, that's having real information, real time with cameras. There's a company that networks all this. The former,
Fusus,
yeah,
Fusus or
is that what it's called now?
Something like that.
There's former CEO of American Security went to work on. In fact, we're looking at how we can network businesses' cameras so that Emmerich can see them.
We're going to have a downtown improvement district.
Okay.
With all the big stakeholders, us, Ecolab, Travelers, and then the smaller people, where we're going to have the fusion center, and then we're going to have ambassadors,
365.
people that walk around,
Smart.
tidy up,
Yeah.
people that provide directions, people that, and we've already got it like with us. We just call the downtown beat guys right away on their voice pagers or sometimes even on their phones. But this is going to network that.
I just want to know if Regal gives you any grief.
Regal Geary?
No, John Regal.
Oh, John Regal. I know both of them.
Yeah, I know.
Regal is a great guy.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
If you can go, if you've been to more than 5 sporting events in the Twin Cities in your entire life, you've seen John Regal.
Yeah.
That guy is. What a life for Riley. If I
say it a little, say a little more. Yeah, life of Riley. Regal leads a life of Riley. I get it.
Yeah. Well, no, what a great thing.
He did a nice job helping with that Herbie Brooks Greatest Day Parade.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
John's a long-termer here at Hill Murray.
Yep.
Kid.
Yep.
You know, so
we don't hold that against him, but outside of that, you know.
But yeah, you know, guys.
My wife's a Cretan grad. That's why I say yeah. But no, they did a nice job that Greatest Day Parade, February 22nd, right before the COVID hit, and we had that big thing. John did a lot of work on that. So,
yeah, we worked a lot with your office ahead of RNC. In fact, you came. We ate lunch together at an RNC thing down here back with who was the chief back then? It would have been Harrington.
Right. Yeah, we worked a lot together to protect this place.
Yeah, no, downtown St. Paul, it's
Well, who is the CEO now? Sinclair's
Chris Hilger.
Hilger, that's right, yeah.
Bob Sinclair was our 20-year
Yep.
CEO.
Yep.
We've had Hilger now for about 4 years.
379
Yeah.
traffic.
So it's a fantastic company
Yeah.
to work for. One of the things about us at Securian, we are, and always will be, knock on wood, we're Securian associates. We're not from a contract company.
Right,
coming in.
right.
I'm like me. I'm Securian manager.
Good for you.
For Securian,
Cool.
as do all my officers. So
Copy traffic.
I heard a lot of retired cops, Pat.
He's coming back. He's coming back to work for us. We're gonna take him out of retirement because he's got too much knowledge.
But yeah, we've got a little bit of a feeder pipeline. We don't know when the St. Paul guys are about to pull the pin. Eddie Dion, I heard you talking about him.
Yep.
They don't get much better than Eddie Dion.
You should try to hook him up. He's very good.
You can't do better than Eddie
All right,
Dion.
loving the show.
We don't call it a show. That's the commissioners call it a show.
You know
the
what
county
it is.
commissioners.
This is real life.
We,
I understand.
we don't argue about stuff. As a matter of fact, as long as I got you here, because we talk about issues, but we try not to talk about individuals in politics. Okay, but somebody posted a quote that I think is appropriate for why we don't argue about some things. Okay, and here's the quote. And this is a Mark Twain quote. Matter of fact, any listeners, I want you to send us quotes. We're gonna start using good quotes, a couple a night. All right?
I like it.
A couple good quotes a night from famous people that were smart. Okay? So Mark Twain said this. This is when it comes to these silly politics. It says here. You ready, Bob?
I am ready.
Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with their experience.
Yeah.
So we don't argue with stupid people about stupid stuff.
Samuel Clemens.
There you go.
But yeah, no, enjoying the stuff now. I mean, so I've got normally I've got over 200 screens in there, 200 cameras to watch, and then when you're on this docudrama here, this documentary that you're doing, I got 200 and say 51 instead of 250.
Oh, thank you.
So,
well, we can keep an eye on it.
And it is nice because what I hope people do realize is what you are showing. I've been friends with cops for decades, and this is, you're right, it's not a show. This is what I've seen in my ride-alongs. This is what I see working or being, hand in hand with the downtown beat guys. It's about making connections with the community. It's about trying to strive for those positive outcomes.
Yeah, especially in the beat guys that you work with. Number one priority: make connections with the people downtown.
Yeah,
it's arresting. All that is secondary. It's building relationships first.
Yeah. So this isn't. You're not putting on airs or throwing out the hot dogs like they said and stuff. This is police work.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that, and we appreciate your support. And we've seen your car driving around. You got a nice looking vehicle there.
Well, it might surprise you, but I'm a relatively big fan of Major League Baseball.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Well, that's good. By the way, the night I was working that I was trying to jump the guy, Bob helped me get the car jumped.
Oh, okay.
That's when I couldn't find the battery. The battery is
I'm
underneath
around
the
a
seat.
lot. I'm an East Sider.
Excuse me 1 second. Yes, ma'am. All right, we got to run to a call up on Rice Street. Bob, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bob Fox, nice to finally meet you in person.
Thank you. Great guy.
Yes,
wonderful,
he is.
Wonderful person.
Glad to finally meet him in person.
I've seen him on the street. I forgot with his mask on. I didn't recognize him, but 879 Rice Street, which right up there by Bourne's Bar, actually, that one. Just remember front is 960, so we're going to be right in the heart of it on Rice Street there. Still impending.
What, 214?
214.
How's it look?
It's not
clear.
Rice to plan to lounge for a drunk person. For DK male trying to physically fight with staff. Asian male, late 40s, also has a 10-year-old child with him.
Oh, it's probably
Hold on.
Probably the
Good.
Thank you, 23.
Asian restaurant up there.
Yeah, where we were talking with the security guard and
224.
Clear traffic on the CAD with 226 and trip 2.
2317.
Any trains?
nope.
That's what you got to worry about nowadays, trains. Cars you can handle, but
Yeah, trains you're not gonna
tough to slow a big train.
do too well against a train.
176.
Can you log me off, please? Someone else is going to be taking my squad.
Received at 2317.
Looks good.
Clear right.
Yeah, we don't answer that text phone. Sorry to say, but we do take the text on it. Remember that. Send us your quotes, your best quotes, but you got to have the author. It's got to be
clear by 220.
It's got to be somebody that's smart. It can't be 40 seconds.
61 copy with 220 and 283. Another noise complaint. Cloud party at
Good.
1669 Wanda Street.
Always worry about the one coming the other way.
Yeah. It can't be 40 seconds to cook a ham and cheese. That's not a good quote. I mean, I know that's my quote, but somebody just sent us that one. 40s. So, obviously, we're going to try to de-escalate.
175.
Get this guy to calm
Can you
down.
show me en route to 2500 Edgecombe Road, apartment 106 in relation?
St. Paul just arrived on scene.
I'll follow. Copy.
Wanted to use some of my Hmong language skills. Kalumbi Hulicha. That means, what's your name?
Lumbe Hulicha.
Yeah, you gotta kind of cha with the T though. Cha. Kalumbi Hulicha.
Good. 214 case number.
Big crowd here tonight.
214. Case number is 199307.
Right
Again, 199307.
I thought so too, except for the fact
Thank you.
that
You're welcome. 2320.
we're already up to 924 and the address is
190.
879.
190.
No, it's not the Asian restaurant.
19010 in the CAD.
So maybe it's an Asian guy.
Central and 2400 today.
Born's
2320.
899. So
Oh, there it is. Right there.
Plan B?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys got it covered?
Hey.
You got it covered?
Oh yeah, he left.
Squad 325.
He's gone.
325.
Central quality on
Here for a
laptop.
while?
Well, we're gonna be here for a while.
Okay.
We're,
Feels like we've been here for 4 or 5 hours. We've been here for 2.
so
What else is new? Nothing?
I don't know. You know, you're live right now, by the way. I don't know if you knew that, but just in case.
Hello, everybody.
Rhodes, how's it going?
Good.
You're a good man. You're a good man. Maybe not as good as your father, but pretty close. You know, you gotta work your way up.
6 man
I
11
got some
traffic.
big shoes to
You gotta
fill
work
now.
your way up there. You know, gotta work your way up there.
I don't know if you can.
It's all good here.
Me out on
Yeah, we're good.
northbound.
Take care.
Good. How are you?
Good. Edward Lincoln.
Have a
Robert,
good night.
497.
Yeah, come on over and say hi.
Yeah, can I shake your hand?
Well, sure. I got to use hand sanitizer.
Okay.
Yeah. We got.
Hey, y'all know
How's it going?
Officer
How are
Rich
you?
Chachua.
Officer
Nice
Rich?
to meet you.
Rich.
How about this? Hang on.
Officer Rich.
Wait.
One sec.
Last one, repeat your squad number.
Something going on. We got to listen to it.
Bravo 789 will be on a POC at the M&A. If I can get one squad routine.
All right. M&H here. Galumbe Hulicha.
Hey, that's where I live, man.
That's not yours, huh?
Where at?
Bob.
Bob, nice to
Yep.
meet you. That was
That's where I
really
live.
good.
Oh, is that right?
That was really good. Yeah, me and my brother are the new owners
I'm
here.
like I said, I'm
Is
born,
this your
raised
brother?
here. In
No,
Fox
that's
House.
just a friend of mine.
All right.
actually.
All right.
Well, good
Now,
work.
Yeah, we're
Plan
gonna
B
call it,
Lounge. Is
Smoking
this
Ninjas Food
is it a
Truck
bar?
Lounge.
Yeah, it is a
What are you
bar.
going to call it?
Oh, okay.
Smoking
It's,
Ninjas
it's
Food
pretty much
Truck
like a
Lounge.
bar and a
Yeah,
diner.
so we're actually a family
All right.
of food trucks before we bought out the
What's
space.
the
you
what's the
were.
best thing on the menu?
So,
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you
Ribs.
so much. Thank
Good,
you.
that's
Ribs?
exciting.
Yeah, so whenever
That's
you're free,
ribs.
if you're,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to be open
Okay.
at lunchtime too or night?
Yeah, so typically,
You ever do
Tuesdays
crawfish?
and Thursdays, 11 to
Yeah, I do.
10 p.m.
I do crawfish.
Are you the chef?
I'm master chef.
The weekends.
All right.
You have to go with the Louisiana.
Well, we're for sure
Yeah,
stop
Tuesdays,
by.
12 to 6, so.
It's a
Crawfish
great
boil.
location for us coming up from downtown. You
You don't
know?
have to have the
treat
spices.
y'all to a meal sometimes, whether you
All right,
like
now,
chicken wings
pork
or
ribs or
sushi
beef
or
ribs?
barbecue, so.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
pork.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
really good.
I do like
Bob was
at
really
least
nice to
like
meet you.
My pleasure. My
almost an
pleasure.
hour.
That's our camera there. We'll keep an eye on the front.
Thank you so much.
Is somebody yelling over there? Or what are they doing?
Just the girls inside.
They good.
Everything's
They good.
okay.
They're my family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm really proud of you.
What's
Bob,
your name?
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It was really
give me
nice
a
to meet you.
pound there.
I'm Pat.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, that's my wife right here. Yeah.
That's your daughter. Who are you trying to kill?
Yeah, no, that's not my
That's your
daughter. That's my wife and shit.
That's your
you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Galumbe Hulucha. Galum?
No,
What's it?
Galumbe Hulucha.
no.
Columbe Huya.
Huya.
Yeah.
Moran.
Galumbe, yeah.
Moran.
I'm Bob.
But my dad's
Bob.
in law, so this is it's a way to pay respect for people who protect us.
Listen, that's the way to pay respect
Thank
to
you.
old,
Right, for
to
sure, for
old
sure.
people.
Like that.
To old people, elders, but we're not old.
No.
We're not old.
No.
We're not old.
Hey, but we respect the OG though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
OGs,
saying?
yeah.
For sure, right? Right?
Thank you.
We respect
Thank
the
you.
OJ.
Thank you. Hey, where
very
did you
much.
go to school at?
I went to the
Como.
Minneapolis Business
Yep.
College. Yeah.
Business college?
Yep.
Yeah, NBC, Minneapolis.
How many
Business
years
College.
ago did you graduate?
10 years ago. I'm a nurse today.
Oh,
I had a
congratulations.
friend of mine, Chi Girl, that was in that business college.
Oh,
Did
yeah?
you know her at all? I don't know.
I don't
we,
know.
we had a party when she graduated out at the
Yeah, you know,
Town
in
and Country.
In this pandemic, everybody's just all over that place.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi.
All right, man. You guys have a good night, man.
All right, later.
What time do you
Later.
start serving ribs?
We don't serve.
I don't know. I still read anytime.
Sticky rice?
I still
Sticky
read
rice and...
anytime.
Be safe. Be safe.
Thank
On
you.
your shift
Thank
tonight.
you.
I do 8 hours shit.
Call us
All right.
anytime.
All right.
Yeah.
See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
A new Hmong restaurant opening up there at 879, just south of Bournes. Some nice people, huh?
Yeah. Very nice.
Pleasure working with the Hmong community for about 20 years. We're both we do shake hands, but we're instantly using sanitizer.
Is that on scan?
No, that one's not. Well, that one, yeah, that one. Let me see here. No, yeah, it is on scan. It's on channel 2 and then scan. I don't know if we want it on scan, but somehow we got there. You're on 3?
Yes. Now I'm not sure if he really serves ribs or not. He said yes, his wife said no. I wanted to come back for ribs.
Oh, we'll come back. I love Asian food.
Oh, me too.
But you guys, you take me, you and Tommy are taking me out different places all the time.
2361.
Stretching my
364.
connoisseur of cereal
Area
delights.
35 South Deep Lake Road,
Oh,
North
good.
Oaks, for an animal complaint, barking dog. Several hours in that address.
Over code 4.
Code 4 Farrington and topping at 2327.
Well, Farrington and Topping, he's code 4. but
379.
I just want to run by that Como wreck for the
379.
people that called in about going to the Como
Clearing the
wreck,
cab with K9 today.
Got me. 23. 27.
which is now, or formerly was what?
It's now the halftime.
Halftime, that's it, right. It's been a long time since it was the Como wreck, isn't it?
Yeah, quite a while.
Long, been a halftime forever. Somebody asked how many miles. I typically in a patrol night, I always say I put about 100 miles on. Sometimes, it's depending on how busy it was.
Anyone 32
trespass. They said they've seen this person carrying
I don't know, it's somewhere between 80 and 120 miles usually a shift. I don't know, what do you think?
That's about right.
Depending on how active and how busy. I mean, if you get tied up with a big report for 3 or 4 hours, that's cut in half.
184, just information.
And actually, if it's busy, you're
openers in her hair. She's PIC.
you're stopping more often, so you're actually putting on fewer miles the busier it is usually. Unless you're going from one end of town to the other.
442. For an alarm. 9th Century Avenue in Todd covering north stop motion and front motion.
Report of shots fired up there in Rice Street off of Grandview in Little Canada. We'll monitor that, see if that's
182 traffic.
tied to the Shoreview.
Dale and Minnehaha, 208 Juliet Zulu Whiskey.
I'll go back to it.
Dylan Minnehaha in traffic at 2329.
What is that noise? That's their tire.
113 will start as well.
Copy.
Yes, I got it.
164 with them.
I'm at 2329.
I got it.
Okay.
So we're westbound on Como.
325 GOA.
This guy's got some friction on that left tire in
GOA 329.
front of us. We'll have to go to that Galtier and
326 traffic, Maryland, White Bear.
just see what these gentlemen are up to. You mind just reading them here a little briefly? See what they're up to?
Hi.
Copy traffic, Maryland, White
What's
Bear.
happening?
330.
Oh, okay.
I have an amp listed on Facebook Marketplace, and he's buying it for me.
All right. Everything.
I got to ask a question though about that. Like when you do those deals, do you try to find a safe spot or not?
This isn't. I don't. Kinda.
Well,
Usually it's done at like a coffee shop.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
some shit, you know, but like fucking.
2330.
Can you meet up? I was like, yeah, let's go.
So it's just a dark street, you know. I mean,
My girlfriend lives
don't
right
people get robbed on the street for doing these deals? Like their
there. Hey, man,
phones?
don't blow my
It's
spot.
called 190
Oh
traffic.
yeah.
Yeah, no, generally
190,
speaking,
go ahead
yeah.
and travel.
So you're what are you selling?
Just
It's
to
a
the left,
camp,
the
like,
park
for,
on a
car
white
audio shit.
Chevy.
Craigslist or
Chrysler
Facebook or
Aspen.
what?
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Maryland.
pretty
And where
cool.
do you live, young man?
Chrysler Aspen, no plate.
Where?
2330.
Well, get the deal done and get back on the street. All right. See ya.
Take care, guys.
Robert, Tom, Robert.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace deal being conducted. I saw them doing a transaction. I was just hoping it was something legit.
FST, do is want to start up until 4, showing in the block of 380 to 406 St. Clair Avenue.
I copied and pasted the earlier one.
270 road.
That's Chloe's
270,
job.
thank you, 2331.
What do you think? I'll make it easy on her. Hold on, I missed my turn.
Yeah.
I'll turn down here. There's one street that does go through still, I think. St. Albans. Yeah, that does go through there, I think.
5181, 5114.
Well, so much for that. We're headed over there.
5181.
Here it is.
5114.
3045 Center Point Drive, number 126. Disorderly male and female, been kicked out, refusing to leave. Daniel, his back male is 30, 6 foot, thin build. Fusion female, 30s, 5 foot, average build, no weapon seen.
81 copy. 14 copy.
2332.
A lot of years driving these streets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you ever get time to watch our previous shows, there's some stories about all these neighborhoods and stuff that we've told, but just don't like to repeat it too much.
I seem to talk about chicken wings a lot. But if you're a chicken wing fan and you get to the halftime wreck, curry dusted chicken wings are amazing.
Okay. Curry the dust, like the dry rub. Is that what you mean by dusted?
It's like a curry dry rub.
My kid loves the dry rub. I don't really love it. So anyhow, Mary, who called us, she used to live here at Front and Chatsworth. She's now living in Oregon. So Mary, we are at Front and Chatsworth, and everybody knows Chatsworth is a secret shortcut up to Como.
Yes,
here.
it is.
And both bad guys and good guys have used that many times. Been in a few chases on this street over the years. And of course, the Como wreck. Now the halftime wreck.
Oh.
Right there. There's the halftime wreck.
Looks like we were being waved down by the
118.
Whoa. Whew. Mary's dad used to be a regular here.
He's coming up to us with something.
This is domestic at 269 Warwick.
This guy was trying to wave us down.
They said he hit the comp.
Are we safe?
Colors can be barricaded in the bedroom. 2334.
What's that?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Matt from Como. I gave you guys
Yes.
a jumpstart kit.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, man.
Can you check on what?
Another Rain-X. Thank
Another
you, Matt.
Rain-X. God bless you. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you
we
very
always
much.
need those for cleaning our window. Matt, thank you.
Thanks,
very much.
Matt.
Hey, are you MJ? What's your Facebook name?
I got a car with me.
But is it what's it on Facebook?
I
MJ.
copy code 4 on field 2335.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't positive. I thought I saw another one on there, but it's
A lot of us on there.
yeah. Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for coming down to my neighborhood here.
Yeah,
I
we're
just live right up around the corner.
you
so.
do.
Yeah.
okay. So you know Nina?
No, I don't frequent the
Oh,
bar.
okay.
That's for you young kids to do.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I should send
Take care.
myself an 87 on domestic. We're in the area.
Dave Mars's son is one of the owners.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, I think Dave was actually part of the ownership originally. Dave and,
Yes, he was.
Dave and I worked together in the police department.
About 316.
Oh, there we go. So
316.
anyhow,
616 Ivy Avenue East. Coded as Mrs.
besides
Sister's boyfriend is one.
besides Mary's father hanging out here,
Out of the city of Maplewood.
my father-in-law came here a few times.
Can't believe
Jimmy Ryder, but his brother,
posted in Snapchat.
his brother Mike,
Suspect is Jama.
they had a stool for him. It might have as well had his name on it. Only Mike Ryder. Oh, what do we got going here? How's it going?
And then the cobblers in the get
So,
Okay.
so he's had
Hello.
Out from Maryland and Phelan.
So those were some good times back here. Mike Ryder, Jimmy Ryder,
Squad
Moon.
316, be advised. The suspect is known to carry a firearm.
That was
and,
before the
from
Marses
premise
bought
history,
it.
It's possibly in apartment 2 where his grandmother lives.
I don't mind.
Copy.
I don't know, there's some sirens that are...
It was on channel 3, wherever that was.
Oh, wait. They got a dog training place right here, I think. Where is that? My wife brought our dog down to train him. Oh, is this one here? Is that it? Is this dog training? No?
Nope, this is Kids Center. Kid training.
It's around here. Dog training. I'd love to tell you that it did some good.
You can't, though?
Like I said, I'd love to tell you that it did some good. He's the nicest, most beautiful dog around. He's got a great personality. He sleeps on his back with his feet up. His name is Rocco. But it's not as if we can just let him off the leash and have him heal. So.
2338.
So we're going to take, just for old time's sake, we're going to go up Chatsworth here, Mary. Up under the railroad tracks up to Como. When I was in the burglary unit, there was a burglar named Tony Brazelton that would come up here. He'd walk up from his own neighborhood down on Uni. He'd walk up here on Chatsworth, and then he would go, this bridge here is the railroad above us. He would walk down the railroad tracks into the neighborhoods just north of the tracks. He'd go into the house during the daytime. He was a daytime burglar. Remember I said there's 5 different burglars. Daytime burglars will look for a house that people are working. There might be nobody home or on vacation. They might knock on the door. If nobody answers, they might pry the door. But they would knock on the door, and there's several burglaries in this area. And granted, this is in the late 80s now. So just be conscious that things have changed, because what he would do is he would go in there and he would find a paper bag. This is Tony Brazelton's MO. He would find a paper bag that people have for keeping garbage or whatever, and he would throw the VCR, the family's VCR, into the paper bag, which is about the right size.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he would leave, he would walk like he's carrying a brown paper bag, like he's carrying groceries.
Huh.
So people would report, yeah, we saw somebody who was carrying a bag of groceries. Well, it wasn't a bag of groceries. It was a VCR, and of course then we determined who his fence was and executed a warrant, recovered 300 plus VCRs.
Wow.
At the house. So I don't know what Tony's doing now. I hope he's doing well. This location here is particularly troublesome to me because
532 and 537.
we're going by
Back around to 865 Walton Avenue East.
St. Andrew's Church that was destroyed.
Yeah, to the intersection.
Not even gonna.
Oh, we're sitting, they don't know where the suspect is.
I don't know how you can tear down some old historic buildings like that, but that's for another day.
Like Black Pants as well.
So,
537. Copy.
Thank you, 2340.
we're gonna head over down Maryland.
You know, you mentioned Tony Brazelton. That reminds me that my old partner Joe Flaherty, I can't remember which child it was, but one of the infant Brazeltons back in the 80s or early 90s, my partner Joe Flaherty brought that child back to life. We got sent there on a child not breathing call. And
really?
Joe gave mouth to mouth and saved one of the Brazelton children.
Well, I mean, you know, mouth to mouth CPR, it's a 2-person job. I'm assuming that you were participating.
Yes.
Okay, so give yourself a little credit too. You know, I don't. You should do the compressions though, because the poor kid should get secondhand smoke.
Thanks, Bob.
Patrol 6 run scene.
There was also in the mid 80s to mid 90s, somewhere in that range, there was a kid who lived here in the Como neighborhood who we'd been looking for doing a bunch of burglaries, maybe a couple of armed robberies, and he ended up shooting and killing a security guard at Sensors.
Oh yeah. Who is that?
And he actually tried to dig his way out of the old jail down on Kellogg.
As long as we're over here, tell the Dickie Schmidt story when he's chasing. Was it Eric Schmieg down here?
One of the Schmiegs
through the house right up here.
Yep.
And Dickie Schmidt is an icon in law enforcement, chasing a burglar that also had a gun and he shot at somebody.
He shot. I think he shot Denny Abel in the foot, and he shot Richard Horman in the arm.
Right.
And grievously injured Richard Horman.
And then, but I forget which house. It was right here somewhere in this neighborhood here.
Yeah, it was right.
St. Albans in Maryland. Because I was working in burglary then. We were chasing him with him, but Dick eventually apprehended him.
Yes, he did. He ended the threat.
Ended the threat permanently. And his sons, both his sons, Bruce and Dick. Tommy. Bruce and Tom went on to be police officers. Bruce just retired and came to work for us part-time, right?
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
I think he's working for us over at the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
So, anyhow, Dickie Schmidt, one of the finest.
Unbelievable.
St. Paul police. But knowledge in his brain. And when I was working in burglary, he'd stop up every day and he'd say, hey, I got this piece of information from this source. I got this. So Greg Lind and he were always kind of working the burglar crew. And nobody was better at putting pieces together. He had a Tom Dynasky type brain, only a different group.
Any additional spots from an ADOT? Have a good night. I'm 2344.
Oh, that's right. Schmieg had actually pulling on Denny Abel, trying to get Denny Abel's gun, actually broke the holster off of his belt, which is no mean feat.
Yeah. Yeah, but the holsters weren't made as good back then as they are now. I mean, they had swivels on them. Remember those little swivels?
Oh, yeah.
A swivel holster. I don't know if it was a fast draw concept or what, but and sometimes those swivels would pop out of the leather.
Yep.
Of course, Denny Abel was a classic himself.
Jackson 14 with Minnesota, Bravo, Lima.
Yeah, the more we talk about those old times and those guys, the more I miss it.
Me too. They molded a whole generation, our generation of officers. Showed us how to talk to people.
Yep.
Copy.
Just a reminder for those of you that haven't been part of this, the whole goal here is for you to get a sense of what police officers do and to get a better sense of, through a transparent way, that it's not about, arresting people. I mean, it does happen, but there's been people out all night in different squads and not many people arrested. We're just going to take a quick peek here at Tin Cups, probably come back. There's a call up here at 1511 Westminster we're going to run in on. So
113.
These apartments up here, we get fair number of calls.
Call Mark PZN at 441 McAllister at Maddox Park. Officers were out earlier for a group of Jews in the park. Callers stating now that they've returned.
Those are some traffic, DWI enforcement. There's a DWI team that's out here arresting people for DWI on a pretty regular basis.
What's that problem called? TZD?
Yeah,
Got me out in the mail in the basement.
It stands for Towards Zero Deaths.
Towards Zero Deaths, yeah.
Used to be called, I think, Safe and
Copy,
Sober.
Roger, 1511 Westminster Street on the suspicion, the 2347.
Yeah.
Avenue number 16, this will be 11-year-old female complaining of chest
It should be about 1500. We're going to 1511
heavy.
Westminster.
23%.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Albemarle and Woodbridge. Woodbridge and Westminster, I get confused because they both run north and south. Start with a W and are in proximity of main streets. I got to remember that. So we got to run across the freeway. Take Arlington down there to the freeway. We have been to this apartment building so many times.
Yeah, it's a frequent place for calls.
06.
Well, this is, remember that, this is the same building, I think, with the back where the Korean community was.
I believe so.
Yeah. Is that a squad up there or not?
Copy.
No.
We're eastbound on Arlington. By the way, I noticed they honored General Vang Pao Fields over there at the Como Recreation Center, 230 Como. The fields are going to be called General Vang Pao Fields, and I'm kind of excited about going to see that because General Vang Pao is a very good friend of mine. I've worked with him for 20 years together. I suppose, you think this road is blocked off here, Pat? What do you think the odds of getting across it are?
I got a feeling if anybody can do it, you can.
Well, oh, there's another car coming. That's a good sign.
216.
Anyhow, we're going to go down and see the General Vang Pao Fields later for those who are among listeners.
Something like we're not too far.
Nobody ever gave more for his community than General Vang Pao. Passed away in 2010, but had the pleasure of working with him from 1990 to 2010, and he did a lot to help his community transition and succeed here in America. Actually, at our wedding at the St. Paul Hotel that was there, he honored us by coming to their wedding.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You gotta, I'm gonna forget where I'm going here, Pat, if you're gonna help me out here a little bit. What the heck? We're going.
I thought you had heard something else.
No. I'm just driving. I saw that guy walking here and I got a little bit. Let's check him out, will you?
Hey, how you doing? All right, everything good?
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to get on the bus, and it rode past me.
Oh, that's nice.
Where you coming from?
Up the street.
But what street?
Arkwright.
Arkwright?
Arkwright.
Well, you
down Arkwright that way.
okay. Carry on.
Yeah, we were on a call in the area. Thank you.
Yeah. I thought he might be our suspect. He didn't look exactly like our suspect, but sometimes it's hard to tell.
You can clear 96 reports and have as well.
He still might be our suspect. I don't know.
We're 1450 now.
We're going to 1511, right?
Yep.
Remember we had the hard time we had to drive in the back door?
Mm-hmm.
One front 80 to assist on a assisted agent.
We have welfare check.
It goes on the lobby room, but taking property and
I don't know.
registers the room.
We ended up going around. I don't think we have to go around. We can go in here, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Thank you.
That way- This is the heck? This is where we were last time.
This might be the building. Oh, 27.
1527. Unfortunately, there's a rope to get to the other one. Behind us, 1511.
316, what's out with the vehicle?
At least it's not as crowded as it used to be here.
2163.
Copy out with the vehicle, 2352.
Read me those comments back. Way there, Pat.
Yeah.
What we got going here?
315 DOT.
Suspicious, dark color, floor,
Enjoy your night. 52.
something loudly yelling.
Security guard here. I guess St. Paul is on scene. Security guard here saw a Hmong male. Thought was prowling cars in the parking lot. They're having a lot of auto thefts here.
Okay.
Area 831 area.
Over there, buddy.
696 and 699. Thank you. Have a good night.
Useful lift 2353.
Well, if they're on scene, they're probably having the same problems we have. You think that guy in the car is the security guy right there?
I wonder.
Waiting for St. Paul to pull in. Oops. Go ahead. I'll go back and check out that car that's back there.
337 were the numbers on the plate. I don't remember the
Oh, the car, the
letters.
suspicious car, or the
No, the one we
yeah,
passed.
yeah.
.337 Whiskey Echo Whiskey. Oh, there's the squad.
226, copy type of suspicious.
Oh, was that car running down?
University of Marion.
How's it going?
Check for vehicle that was initially
Good.
at the intersection, looks snapped
Police.
up. Initially blocking traffic, headed westbound on University. Circular span.
Are you deliver around here, or did you call?
Northbound Marion.
Did you guys call or not?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
You're the security?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
5183 copy.
Yeah, I heard that car running when we went by. But... Oh, yeah, it's a good looking uniform.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, it is.
I do a little bit of fugitive recovery as well.
Oh,
that's
do
all.
you? Good.
Yeah. You guys are having a rough time hiring me.
Yeah, who are you trying to get hired with? St. Paul or who?
No, you know what? I've never had an interview with St. Paul. I went all the way out to Blaine,
Yep.
to Anoka actually.
Yep.
I didn't really get through with the interview there.
Okay, well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm still trying.
So what's your ethnicity? What language skills do you have?
Only two, English and Creole, or Patois.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, that's
Jamaican.
Good. Jamaican. Well,
Yep.
good. That's good. Well, we need everything, right?
Thank you.
We need everything.
Yep.
So, where'd you go to school at?
MCTC, Minneapolis
Oh, you
Community
did.
College.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. How many have you lived here your whole life, or how?
No, I've been here so far almost 5 years.
Good for you. Well, you're doing great. Your English is awesome. Of course, you speak English there in Jamaica mostly.
Yeah, we do speak English.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yep, I'm about to wrap up my degree as well.
Nice.
Oh, you are.
Yep. So the only thing I could do for right now is CSO, and even that, like I said, it's kind of rough. It's my 5th interview, and I don't know what's going on. It's just kind of rough.
It just takes a while, you know. Just be patient. There's not a lot of hiring right now, but it's going to come back.
Okay.
I'm out with that vehicle. It's
Hang on a
our
second.
generally rail track.
We're just looking. We get our calls sent to us sometimes on our phone too.
Oh, wow.
So, what's your first name?
Alonzo.
Alonzo.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
I don't know what's going on with my guy. He's been trying to get it started all night.
well, tell me what happened here, because we got a call that you thought it might be a guy breaking into cars. No,
No, that was earlier. We caught one that was actually breaking into cars earlier.
but this one wasn't.
No. So he's been trying to start this car all night. I don't know if it's his or not, but he's been under the car messing with it. And we've seen this a couple times. And sometimes it's stolen, sometimes it's not. So just to be on the safe side.
Well, it's good you call.
No problem. Thank you.
It's also good you got an assistant. It's also it's nice that he's got an assistant, huh?
Something like that.
Huh?
Something like that.
Yeah. You handle all his phone calls, you know, calendar, stuff like that. I hope you bring him food.
Yeah, I do every time I come.
What do you eat? What do you eat, Alonzo? What do you eat on a shift like this?
You know, it's fast food. You already know it's
Yeah, I know, but what's my favorite is the ham and cheese from the Holiday gas station.
325, traffic shots fired. Search the copy. 73 days of days, 3 shots heard. Possibly fireworks.
Yep, it's White Castle.
White Castle? I don't think that's a wrong choice.
No.
No.
No. You're never sure how long it's going to stay in you.
Oh, that's the truth.
When did you guys start getting all these unmarked cars? That's what I want to know.
Hemi's got a Hemi in it.
Yeah, but when did you guys start doing this? I haven't seen nobody driving these unmarked.
Last year.
Oh yeah, because I seen the state trooper. We know about the state trooper that's unmarked too.
Yeah. Well,
Sneaky little foxes,
you shouldn't be.
aren't ya?
You shouldn't be speeding.
I don't speed. That's this one.
You shouldn't be speeding. How'd you guys meet?
Work.
Work?
Yep.
What do you do?
I'm a nursing assistant right now, but I still do security too.
Was he in the hospital or what? I don't know.
No, we met at our security job.
At security, okay.
Yep. So does the guy that runs this. He's only 21. Yep, but he's National Guard as well. I'm looking to finalize my paperwork with them as well, so.
Good for you.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being successful.
We're trying.
I know.
Trying. I got a buddy that's on National Guard and also a Southside Minneapolis cop, so you can do both.
Yeah, the economy's tough, but you just got to keep working.
You have to.
Just get to the next plateau. That's what everybody's doing, trying to get to the next plateau.
Yep.
By the way, there's a boat on the street there.
Yeah, I know. This has been sitting there a couple of days now.
You guys should have fun with that. That's a nice ticket.
I wonder if it's stolen.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Alonzo, really a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for calling.
Have a good night.
God bless. See you. What was your name?
Kim.
Kim. See you later, Kim. Thank you.
Code 4 on Travis, 119.
Plus one. Repeat your squadron one. Go ahead with traffic.
Nice pair of people.
Yes, indeed.
Alonzo from Jamaica.
Copy 2315.
Where are we headed? Maplewood and Gurney, or Larpenteur and Gurney.
I can't picture Gurney. I got.
I think it's up on. It's right up here, I think. Too far. Just a little east of us. I'm not positive, but
Look it up real quick.
Park's empty, but there's a vehicle out on the street we'll check on. Yankee November Delta 3262. It's right out in front of the park.
2163 and 4 myself.
So we're northbound on Westminster at Wheelock.
Gurney, right?
Yeah, I think it's right up here. I just think it's. I don't know which one of these it is, but. Could be somewhere along because it doesn't run in St. Paul, but it's somewhere along Larpenteur here. Oh,
Shots fired down on Lawson.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
212 copy with 201 to copy as well. For shots fired in the area of 11.
Bravo 488.
1 Los Angeles East. So far, one color reporting 2 shots back to back, very loud, very close.
So what's going on here there, Patrick?
Hello. What's up?
Thank you, 2 minutes.
Are they still open this late?
I thought it was 24 hours. Am I wrong?
Oh,
Might be. We don't know.
But do you know? Because I don't want to walk all the way there if they're closed.
We don't know. We got a shots fired call we got to run to. Otherwise, we'd come back and tell you.
Okay, no worries.
all right.
Good
Take
luck.
care.
Have a good night. Thank you.
What's happening?
4327 in the area.
Looking at my map. Actually, Gurney is the other side of Able.
Other side. So just the other side of the freeway.
Yep.
Good to know. If we had good help, we would have known that.
173, 180.
But happy anniversary.
173.
111 Lawson East. Shots fired.
102 to copy and a shot fired at signal to clear out. Single cover heard 2 shots, unknown the exact location.
Well, that's an interesting one.
173 copies.
It's closer.
210 traffic. Park Manitoba with Minnesota. Echo Papa 272.
All right, 111 West Dream. We're going to go with
214 copy traffic, Park Manitoba at 3 minutes.
We're going to go with the
Copy
111
traffic over
Lawson.
after live air ground Santa Fe, no plates.
Yeah,
0
multiple
3 hours.
callers now.
Oh, here we go.
Squad 325.
300 Vessel Drive. Push call in the lobby for the snack feature on female. That's a really good maintenance.
So the thing is,
Shots fired at 1091
the one-
Rice Street at Traffic
What,
Bar.
212?
Single cover.
1091 Rice Street.
1091 Rice.
Yes.
Be advised, we have nearby shots fired from the track bar, likely in relation from 1091 Rice Street. Looks like they're reporting also 2 shots as well to you directly south. Sounded like it came from a 45 for a shotgun. No time delay, ongoing issue.
Okay.
And 226 copy.
So we definitely got someone driving around the Rice Street area.
Tracks bar 226.
Tracks bar. We got
224, thank you. 4
we
minutes.
got shots on Lawson. We got shots on Geranium. We got shots on Rice Street. So somebody's driving around shooting a gun off. It sounded like a shotgun, according to some people. Obviously, it's not that easy catching them when you got a 2-minute head start on us. So
4427.
I may have possible 4th entry.
Just verifying you have forced entry.
I believe so. Piece of the garage panels pushed out. Unknown if it was like that before.
So we don't. Obviously, the key is finding a witness that saw the
4447, can you start?
car or a victim that was actually.
Copy.
It's always possible that someone's staying in the area, but after this amount of time, they're usually on their way out. Unless there's a gunfight going between cars. And that's not unusual either.
4492 Tango. You can cancel 4447. We'll take it.
So we're gonna go.
4706 clear.
Remember, Maryland is 1200. We're going on it.
Are you able to get a phone number for keys?
There's somebody crossing the street down there, but they don't seem in a hurry.
No.
So, Geranium right here. Just 1 block that way on Geranium. There was a report of shots fired. Maybe we'll check down there, and then also.
Hopefully somebody is outside of Trax Bar that we can ask.
Doesn't look like
outside.
365 traffic.
Traffic 65.
Racing Grandview, Wisconsin, Adam, John Murray, 9617. He's still rolling.
Traffic squad, this is Race Grandview.
Anybody want to come up and talk?
Doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't look like it. Well, let's go down here to Geranium to see, since that was one of the locations.
316. 316. Here, this is advised.
Yep, 07 hours.
190 going to the jail with an adult male.
To the LEC of an adult male in 7 minutes.
So the DWI crew is arresting a number of people. Yes.
Code 4 on traffic, 07 hours.
Shots fired out of Central at 1512 Woodbridge. This call is reporting the same 2 shots were just heard, possibly from a shot.
221.
Here at 18 minutes.
Code 4 on traffic park in Manitoba, 8 minutes.
Squad 221.
Well,
And 222 if you could assist. And 201 a copy. We have another shots fired coming from the Lamplighter Village, 1512 Woodbridge Street. 2 shots heard, possibly from a shotgun coming south. Nothing further seen or heard. Unknown if it was related to the traffic
anybody
bar
in there,
earlier.
okay?
208-365. She's doing academy.
This is where the first report of shots fired came from.
Thank you. 201 copy.
Don't hit that car, buddy.
Thank you, 8 minutes.
Squad 190.
190.
99.
Just for info, I did hear those while we were out on our stop. They sound to the south and east of my stop location. They did sound like fireworks though, but we didn't see anything in the air. But they didn't have that sound to them.
It was 119.
Well,
190 I copy. Possibly fireworks coming to the south and east of Bryson Cottage. At 9
this
minutes.
is why we need Shot Spotter, ladies and gentlemen. The countless minutes that stack up to hours trying to determine whether there was a gun fired, where it was fired, was it moving or not, and Shot Spotter can instantly tell you if the sound profile is fireworks or not. Most of these calls wouldn't even get dispatched if they were fireworks.
178 copying out to the Disturbance at 1846 Brand for a loud party inside and outside at 9 minutes.
Squad 962.
So many times we're just chasing our tails.
962.
Can you clear my stop with a report? Black male.
9 minutes.
Yes. 1. And put me out on 866 stop. I'm going to do a test form down at the LEC.
962 copy.
How's it going? Good. What's going on? There you go. All quiet. How's it going? I usually don't use the red lights that often, but the number of people that think we're stalking them.
Good to give them a little heads
caused
up.
me to give them a little bit of warning. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. Run down to West 7th Street for a little bit.
Squad 226.
Yeah.
See what's going on down there.
226.
Just advising, we do have a nearby noise complaint to the tracks bar at 67 Cook Avenue. Ongoing issues with occupants firing off fireworks. Shots fired were possibly fireworks.
No wonder they didn't come out.
The tracks bar, people firing off.
Security was outside smoking. He said he didn't hear any gunshots.
Copy. For security was outside, no gunshots for 11 minutes.
Well, we're back on Rice Street. St. Paul's now at the call there, and they're talking to him. But I'm sure this is another St. Paul car.
2365 ticket status.
How's it going?
Did I scare you?
Good.
Hey, did anybody tell you should get your car painted?
No. Pat Scott.
Huh?
Tony.
No.
Good to meet you.
Like this, 92 Tango, once we cancel it tomorrow.
I've got a few dings, huh?
92 Tango, copy.
How long you been on?
This is usually a pretty peaceful spot.
Yeah, this is my first time coming here.
Okay.
To the area of 76 4th Street.
I just got into a chase last week.
Kind of cool looking building.
Shooting down University, and I was with my partner Lopez. We were in an 1800 car, and of course I was gonna crash into it.
Don't do that. 35W, Boy King.
They probably give you that one on purpose, knowing that you're a magnet, huh?
Oh yeah.
You can cancel
They
222.
like it. They like to keep me busy.
I'll get out of your way. Nice to talk to you.
Take care. Good to meet you, Tony.
8196, I'm with them.
Squad 222.
222 copies. I'm with 221, so next 23 you can stay clear.
Nice young
Copy
officers.
23, you can remain clear.
Yeah.
Copy.
First minute.
Zero 334 the last floor.
His car looked like it was
Affirmative.
had been beat up a few times, but
13 minutes.
sometimes the younger guys get the beat up cars. Well, there's a lot of people here. It's going to be a busy closing, Pat.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people here on Rice Street. After you. It's on Rice Street. I mean, there's car to car up here, right?
Yeah, it is.
People out celebrating. They're all out celebrating my anniversary. That's really nice of them.
Heads up. Heads up.
Squad 182 PPD.
How you doing?
182.
Charles and Kent.
How are you?
Copy 14 minutes.
I don't know. I think the worst part about I'm not serious about this, but there's a lot of bad things about marijuana. But one of the worst things is the smell.
Yeah.
Can't stand that smell. It's just so sour, annoying, skunk-like.
I don't know if that's considered a good or a bad thing with marijuana.
I don't know.
Smells that skunky.
I actually never,
177.
as you say, I never had any interest. But man, it stinks.
Negative on keys.
Some of these places were just a
Quick 3, copy route to 67 Coke Avenue West for that noise complaint with occupants firing off fireworks, also loud shouting and partying. Squad 214.
I gave a deposition today because the myth.
212, we're actually in the area that
I don't really know the legal action, but the myth is suing the city of Maplewood
212 copy.
for, I suppose, unfair regulation or restrictions or whatever. I'm not exactly sure the specifics of the lawsuit, but they had a question about why I wasn't letting off-duty deputies work there in the parking lot. Of course, that's a complex answer because every off-duty job that I approve depends on the community value, the business value, the danger and risk to the deputies, and in some cases, investigative value. One of the reasons that I let our deputies work at Billy's, which we'll swing by, is because there is some investigative value there on top of, because some of the people that have been tied to some of these shooting groups do show up there.
Right.
So in the old days, when I was here as sheriff, I did allow officers to work at the Myth when a lot of the Asian kids were into gangs. And so there was a
Information to the court support.
investigative
Ready
value.
when I copy at 60 minutes. Information to squad for the seal one sounding fires en route 1501.
Investigative value to have a
60
guy
minutes.
working there. And obviously, when the sheriff's department, we work off-duty jobs primarily in the contract cities we supervise, but sometimes people in St. Paul or other Maplewood would ask for our services. So and some chiefs don't allow their people to work off duty. It's really a balancing act. You know, some parents would say, well, I hope you'll let your deputies work there because my 17-year-old daughter's going there, and I'd like to know there's a level of safety.
Right.
Okay? But on the same hand, some people would say, well, my daughter came home intoxicated from there. Why didn't your deputies stop her from getting intoxicated? Right?
Okay.
Because when you're there off duty and people are smoking a ton of weed and drinking a lot, whether it's in the parking lot or wherever it might be, there's some sense of responsibility for that. So, and of course, if there's fights that break out, the county ends up covering the officers' injuries, etc. Well, the reason I'm telling this story is a couple times that I was outside at the Myth, just watching the crowd leave, and I would go up there and for surveillance purposes to determine what kind of environment it would be for our deputies.
Sure.
The smell of marijuana was so strong. Actually, I had my son there, my 14-year-old son, with me one night, because some of these bands are young and attractive to these young kids, you know, so he kind of wanted to see what the crowd was like. But the marijuana was so strong in the lot, I thought, well, number one, I hate the smell, but number two, it's just obviously blatant disregard of any legal presence there.
Right.
So I don't know whether marijuana will be legal or not, but if it is legal, I know I'm still going to hate the smell. So that was part of that deposition. I'm assuming when COVID's over, the Myth will try to reopen, and we'll be back to the discussion about what's the safest way and the proper way to provide security. Yes.
Let's catch up to that truck. That might have been a journey. And it looked like it was silver.
Oh, no, it's about to get hit. That wasn't very good.
You went right on.
I didn't get hit. You right here?
Yep.
Or the next one?
This one.
Okay. That looks like it's got
that was nice of him to stop.
Similar tail lights.
You cancel 226.
ETJ, I think. No, this is not it.
Oh, but is it a journey?
Copy, clearing two-way.
Let's find out.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's a Honda.
Yeah. It's a Lyft driver.
13 to building. No need for the air.
Copy, 90 minutes.
Once in a while, it's nice to have a little extra
113
acceleration.
resident, suspicious 1067. Caller said it sounded like someone was trying to get into the house through a side window. No access or entry was made. 20 minutes.
So we're going to go down to Billy's before we run down to West 7th Street. We got a couple off-duty officers working there. See how they're doing. See what It's about this time that sometimes a crowd from other bars shows up. A lot of the Minneapolis people just run over here at 12 o'clock and hit Billy's. I don't think they're closing at midnight, but that guy's got a social distancing spot. Oh, he's on his phone.
224.
Thought he was.
Can be related. You'll look at this and any other 2 bank calls in the Rice Street area. 226. That's my call.
Looks like they redid the street.
Yeah, it does.
I wonder if Earl's next.
Ha, we can hope.
That's nice. Nice smooth street there.
Traffic clear to Toshida, 21 minutes.
177.
Somebody called me or texted us and said that the University Club is called the University Club because it used to began by people that were members of an educated community, people that had been to university.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's true, but it sounds plausible. If you had been to university, not necessarily the university, but a university. Hope I got that right. It's the University Club for academics originally. It's been there for, I don't know, I could look back through my text. Apparently it's been there for years. You know, when I'm down here on Summit and Grand, I really miss running the marathon.
447, building is clear.
Never actually ran it, but I just miss running it. I did some triathlons. Those were the smaller short courses, but never ran a triathlon. But my friend and co-partner Jim Scheibel, when we were on the city council together, he was running marathons all the time.
Yeah, he was quite the runner.
He was a great runner. By the way, I think he's still teaching at Hamlin. One of the nicest people I ever had opportunity to work with, and we were on the city council together. And then lo and behold, we ran against each other for mayor of St. Paul, and he won, of course. But then
120.
I don't know what happened.
120.
I'm trying to think of what happened after that. We ran against him, or
102.
I don't think he ran again for another term, but really nice man. 120.
Advisor 120 is going to be doing a courtesy transfer for an adult female to 4910 Newton in Minneapolis.
Sounds good.
So that's
23 minutes.
Dispatcher's letting them know that they're going to do a courtesy transport. I hope these guys are at their best. I hope they're looking sharp. I hope they're representing the sheriff's office. What's going on, gentlemen?
Talking about you as we speak.
Yeah, they're listening. They know we're coming.
We were just talking about you.
Where's your ties? Just kidding you.
I have an ascot.
Yeah. So, is it semi-quiet, or you got some?
It's relatively quiet. We have a little bit of a crowd here.
Yeah.
But,
they usually show up.
No problems yet. These are most of these are the regular people that come, so they don't cause problems. It's kind of the ones that roll in around 1.
Yeah. Matt, do you know Pat Scott? I don't know if you guys.
No.
Pat.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Oh, all right. I thought you knew each other. Sorry.
Have you worked here before? Okay, I know you were. I wasn't sure how often.
Granite Jackson.
So you were tempting me on the chase coming from Woodbury when I was on my way here.
The car went right in front of us. We were going up Jackson. It was like 150 feet.
Right when we started.
Well, we started right then. I don't think it was on there because there was a delay. But
oh yeah, the one.
Yeah.
I was talking about.
Oh, you mean the St. Paul one?
Yeah, coming down 94 that went over into Minneapolis. I went up there. I was out looking for the car up there.
We were on that one. We were just waiting at 6th and Mounds when they didn't give us enough information about where he was for us to be able to jump on. So then we were
north of Granite.
Right.
Don't tell me exit 242A.
I know.
Tell me the name of the street.
I was like, oh, that's a trooper. 242A. It's like, oh, come on. I know. I thought the same thing.
Correct. How you guys north of Granite.
Did they ever find that car with the?
Which one?
The Monte Carlo.
No, but you got the text from one of our sources that it might be up there. Yeah, we'll go look up there. We're gonna run down on West 7th Street, and see what's going on down there. But
yeah, this crowd's like these are.
221 copy 220. Would you like me to send your call?
Drink and hang out and then leave. So
221 copy 214. We know
hopefully
somebody
the
else driver
troublemakers
passenger.
have the night off.
That'd be okay.
You guys want to wish Matt, especially, you want to wish my wife and I happy anniversary?
Oh, happy anniversary, Chris. And
oh, there we go. Thank you.
No better way to spend it than a party. But I heard he had a special thing for you tomorrow night. So,
His passenger.
That's good.
There you go. There you go. Did you hear my song? Did I play it or not?
No, did you play it?
I played my song, yeah.
Awesome.
It's a wonderful world.
That's good. Yeah, you told me you were going
and
to.
I played your other song too.
You did Foghat, Fool for the City?
Yeah, Fool for the City.
Awesome.
That was his recommendation.
Love that song. All right.
Well, we're going back to work.
The other one that I played.
See you guys. See you later.
Good to meet you.
Pretty quiet up on Grand Avenue here for the most part, although this.
Access to firearms. Missler plate Bravo Golf Hotel 553, either a maroon or black Chevy Silverado 2008. Served by James Michael Law, 62069, white male, 6 foot 180. Information is 20 minutes.
Victoria to southeast, audible covering the side door and back row motion. Keys are around ETA 15 minutes in a white Pontiac 5.
Well, apparently the racers are back. I want to go down there. I know you guys talked me out of it last time.
Johnson, Maryland, Delta Zulu.
I won't talk to you about this time.
I'm just not exactly sure where they race down there. Do you know?
No.
Just not sure. They never
41 traffic.
caught them down there.
Doesn't seem to be very conducive to a race down there.
No.
694 in Lexington with Adam, Lincoln, John, 182.
That's the one thing, you know. We haven't let them take over any streets like in Minneapolis where they were uptown or downtown where the racers take over some of those streets. Technically, this is Grand Hill and the other one's Summit Hill, right?
Yes.
Even though they're both sort of grand, I don't know.
This is Grand and then Irvine Hill.
Well, we got 2 bottles of Rain-X tonight, right?
Yes, we did.
Two very nice people. Well, let's go see if we can find some racers, huh?
Why not?
Then we'll come back here to close up the government.
Welfare check. Let's check on we're checking your status.
We're code 4.
There's a new development we read in the paper that's going in down here, right? Big one, a big housing development, 7th and is it Grand and 7th?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I saw the newspaper. I'm not sure which. I'm sure it's not taking the Grand 7 spot, but
I wonder.
how's it look?
Good.
It sounds like the noise is already gearing up down here early. Looks like Ubers are becoming more and more popular.
214, do you have a race on that wheel? You look next.
That's a good look on you.
Thank you.
A BMX bike with a long cape. Indiana Jones hat. He may have. I think they may not have as many people there. I think they were trying to work on their social distancing at McGovern's.
363, clear on Canway 324.
Copy, 032.
Alright, well.
Information for squad first officer and the with felony domestic assault. Be advised, subject possibly attacked with a firearm. Suspect is officer of the road number
I don't know really where we're going.
Completed Bravo Golf Hotel 553. Subject's name is James Michael Law. Date of birth 1959. White male, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Brown eyes, blonde hair at 92.
Comer assault at 839 University, from 307, came in from CST, linked to life. Second-hand info stating that a male was assaulted by a white male who hit him in the face with a gun. Looking at a 10 to 15 minute time delay. Caller is going to be waiting outside of the address. White male, 22 years old, thin build, black shirt, left in unknown direction.
I went that way last time, remember?
Yeah, we turned right on water, I believe.
Down here, right?
Yep.
33 minutes.
Supposedly it's closer to the band shell. See any cars down here? I don't know.
Closer to the band shell, that's actually... Is there a band shell on the island?
I don't think so. But, you know, this is the Harriet Island way. I don't think it's the Raspberry Island way. But there's a road that goes underneath there to Raspberry, right?
Yeah. And I'm trying to...
Go that way. Maybe that doesn't look that good, does it? Well, I gotta be honest with you. We really don't know exactly where we're going down here.
Pickup was released by Maywood Police for felony domestic assault. Suspect is James Michael Law, 19-0620. Serves a white male, 6 feet, 108 pounds, brown.
Oh, there's the St. Paul squad. Well, there's good. We must be going semi going the right
we're
way,
doing
right?
something right.
Yeah, then there's a road that goes back along the river.
Was chasing earlier.
To get there, I think. But I think they can get out the other end, though, too.
Stand by, I'll check.
Probably thinks we want to race.
That vehicle was a blue minivan.
See, this is the thing. This is Harriet Island here. The Raspberry cars are down on the next island. But I think you can get there on the boardwalk.
Yeah. I think he knows exactly what.
Do you have any further information on the passenger who fled?
That's where we're going to.
Gray sweatshirt, blue jeans, he's got a hat.
Should I race him?
He's got a blue face mask on. He ran through the yard. He's got to be in here somewhere.
Heavy gray sweatshirt. Hat.
He was wondering who we were. Why are we following you?
It's beautiful along the river here.
270.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Just wanted to clarify that earlier vehicle from which area was once again a blue minivan, but no plates or test tags.
Girlfriend or FaceTime in the comm saying that they were pulling up to her address.
Say something more to windshield being taken over or something.
Alright, I'm going to see if I can find these racers
The vehicle that they're pulling up in is a green Toyota
I'll
sedan.
clarify.
The rear window was all covered in plastic.
I think
Copy,
if we
rear window that vehicle was covered in
keep
plastic.
doing this, we end up...
on the entrance to Raspberry, right?
Yes.
That's where the road is. I think that's the entrance right there.
Alright, I'm not saying this is that vehicle,
But
what is it related to?
Oh, this is not good.
Woodbury had a chase coming through 94 west.
big curb. Maybe we get a lower one up here.
Looks like there's a little cutout.
Yeah.
Not at this time. I'll set the GPS.
37 minutes.
Or maybe that's what takes us to the island.
Yeah.
There's the band
Squad
shell.
24, can you contact Woodbury and see if there's any more info on that car?
Well, that's what's great about this job. You keep learning new things, right?
5'6", then wearing a white shirt.
Dispatch, I can contact Woodbury if needed.
Yeah.
173. Copy 37 minutes.
Well,
163.
where's the start of the race?
What do you mean?
Is there racing going on?
No, we just got here. Why?
Okay. Just checking.
I like your car. Where'd
Yeah.
you get this?
This is like in the Silver north of Victoria on the flight.
Well, I don't know.
At this point.
What do you got in there?
25-minute delay. White male, 20 years old. 5'8",
Hemi.
thin build, black shirt, blue jeans.
For real.
That bitch run. That bitch run. Hey,
325. It's going to be an apartment.
No, I can't do that.
I want snitch.
I know. Next year I'm going to get the bigger engine. There's even a bigger one, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good luck catching them out there.
Yeah, that's a good car. That's a Charger. That's a good car too.
Yeah, it's just a V6.
Yeah, it's good. How old are you?
Guess.
I don't know.
Guess.
24.
120, I'm arriving.
So nah, 18.
18. Well, see? You just keep working, you'll have a brand new Charger before you know it.
Before senior year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that your girlfriend?
No. Not yet.
I don't know. She's a pretty girl. I think you should admit to it.
I know.
Where do you guys go to school?
I go South St. Paul.
South St. Paul?
Yeah.
214.
You guys are Packers? Were you a Packer too?
He said you are a Packer. Yeah, we're Packers.
Does anybody remember why they call them Packers?
No.
Squad 214.
The meat packing plant, yeah. Down there. That's why.
The meat farm?
They're probably going to change that as they keep phasing out the meat packing down. Yeah, what do you think they should call you?
Woodbury, just to get a something again of that vehicle. There's a blue minivan, there was something.
You graduated already, or are you waiting for him to graduate, or what?
Have knives and that they would fight with officers.
Alright, this is a smaller SUV. If they're sure it's a mini.
I don't know what it is. It's a Hemi, but yeah, it's not SRT, but I think it's a GT.
If it was, I would have heard you from like down there.
Yeah.
I believe they were sure of the color.
But here's the thing. There's been a lot of kids racing down here.
Really?
And since there's only 3 cars down here, you don't want to be the ones that end up getting in trouble, right? No.
We're described pulling up from the address.
I mean,
it's not clear from the comments whether she's had further contact in person.
You should take her to the 24-hour McDonald's and get an Oreo McFlurry.
Try to get more
You ever tried
clarification on
Oreo
that.
McFlurry with apple pie?
Yeah. No. Is there such a thing?
Yeah, it's a Travis Scott meal.
I haven't tried
Try it
that.
out. It's like a $6 meal.
Is it
Really?
Is it a veggie burger?
No.
Information for Squad West and Central are tied
And McDonald's or what?
Information 40 minutes.
It just came out.
I saw it advertised. You're right.
And they came out with the new bagels. With the new bagels
Copy,
that were
40
out.
I
minutes.
saw
How
that.
you doing?
Great, how are you?
Good, we're live.
Oh,
All right.
We're getting filled in on the Travis
I
Scott.
like the nuggets. I miss the old buttermilk
Says
tenders.
advising that
Well, I missed
get a
the
mail that
spicy
was
meat-
graphic
the spicy
down.
meat chickens, too.
Let's see, a southbound on foot. Described as a black male to 40s wearing a gray hoodie, black cargo pants.
The
Let's see, an
best.
area check it.
With some barbecue sauce.
Oh, man, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
I'm a connoisseur of great foods. Yeah, you too, guys. Take care. Thank you.
safe.
Thank you. I'll race you around a circle one time. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Race for pinks, Sheriff.
Yeah, there we
41
go.
minutes.
See you guys.
We checked the back parking lot. There's no gray sand back there. We'll contact the car.
325, I copy. Check rear parking lot. Negative result.
Well, we're over here on Fillmore. Suspicious vehicle.
Following them back up to their car. She agreed to get back in and go home with them.
Nice kids, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird. He didn't want to admit that she was his girlfriend. All right.
They're driving away right now. He said.
Yeah.
Wonder if that means they're going to shortly be back.
Yeah, they'll be back. The cops are driving away.
Yeah, the way his eyes lit up when he said you had a Hemi in here,
yeah.
I think he was playing a little bit dumb about knowing anything about racing.
Yeah. Got 2 Chargers in the lot there. People cold. There's another one coming in. I don't know why they just don't close. You can see the tire marks on the thing. Just close this off, right?
Yeah, you'd think.
Well, let's go over to that 274 Fillmore. We're right around the corner. We'll handle that call.
Silver Grand Prix.
Who's doing anyone?
171.
You can't get too many racers in that lot, I wouldn't think, would you?
It's also a big 194.
Yep. Car, she's occupied by at least one company as well.
What kind of car are we looking for?
Silver Grand Prix.
It's an unusual place to park there, too. Should probably run that plate.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah. Is it in the lot or?
316, I covered the disorderly.
We're at 95.
Hazel Street North, Bravo 216. At 0.4 hours.
What's that? Not a Grand Prix. Cavalier, I think.
I don't think that was the car they're talking about. Even though it was
with info.
325.
Accomplished the text message about 10 minutes ago.
Well,
Email saying they were 1 block away.
We did start early, so we're going to have to reset early too, right?
How much? We're only a couple minutes early.
Yeah.
I received a text message.
But yeah, we're getting pretty close to that time.
For EOT.
Just wanted to check the area.
539 downtown BCOT minus 525.
Something have a good night. 45 minutes.
Older model, blue, gray, or green Toyota sedan, smaller size with a loud exhaust.
Well, so in St. Paul's got
Copy. Suspect vehicle is a
other side of the
gray or green Toyota compact sedan with a loud exhaust, no older model. And what's your reference?
Well, it's about time to get back to the busier part, huh, Pat? What do you think?
I think so.
St. Paul cars checking this out. If they stop with one, we'll back them up. But there's another car over there, but that's definitely not a Grand Prix.
Definitely not.
I'm not great with cars. Definitely gone way, way longer than normal and not without eating.
Yeah, we have.
Unusual.
You should go to our regular holiday or the one here on the west side?
Yeah, I'm tied to Rice in Pennsylvania. It's like the middle of the world. But we got to go down to West 7th Street. Somebody's chasing somebody, right?
221.
Let me see if I can get a...
Myself and Troopers, 10-8, send us back to a shot fire.
They're coming this way?
Copy, 47 minutes.
Sure, maybe they're on 52.
The victim sitting there, pulling up now.
Squad 325 at copies. Squad's on site at Westminster, be advised. BCOM just received a notification from the suspect that they are pulling up now. Once again, that is an older model, gray, green, or blue, Toyota sedan, loud exhaust. With 1247.
Next week we gotta make sure we got
Squad 316.
some of these radios tuned to the
Can we call the compact and see where she is?
state patrol frequency. I do have them in there, but this is hard to keep track of all of them.
Right.
Uh-oh. Hey!
Is that my friend again?
224.
I think your buddy's up there.
224, go ahead.
Squad to assist on a medical at Winter Safe Space at 160 Kellogg.
Your wife said she was going to send me a string for my
hallucinating. They're
cat.
requesting
I almost
PD.
lost it again.
You're a funny guy.
224 in route. 226, squad call back in Benji, I'll head over there.
Copy.
Hey! Yes, sir!
163, can I get my case number?
Hey, there you are!
163, your case
How you
number
doing?
99379.
Good to see you, brother.
Copy, thank you.
Whoever you are.
You're welcome, 49.
Well, we know what floor he's on now.
Okay, well that's good.
Someday we'll know his name.
Nice of him to shout out. A little shout out.
Yeah, I like getting that. That was kind of a high point of my night.
That and the fact that people, when we turned the camera on you last time because we had to shield from the kids, that somebody said they could look at Pat's face all day. You know.
It's very kind.
Yeah. We're going to do some carpool karaoke someday, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to let the camera be on you mostly, but every once in a while on the refrain, I'll duck my head over it. You should probably send us some recommended songs for carpool karaoke. I think besides the quote of the day, we need some carpool karaoke. And none of that traditional stuff like shake it up, shake it up. We need some classics, right?
And one that I have a chance of knowing the words to.
Yeah, well, I think we can get an app. We can get an app on your phone that plays the words. At the same time,
just like if you were doing it.
Yeah,
in
like
a
I think it's
karaoke.
karaoke. No, karaoke is the thing you do with running, right? What is the proper term?
I think it's pronounced karaoke.
Karaoke. Karaoke is the running of football. Over back. So, but you don't have to sing in this. You just pretend you're singing.
Right.
Pretend you're singing. Just got to figure out a way to delete it. I don't know.
Born to be Wild, just a suggestion came across.
Oh yeah.
That wouldn't be
like
a bad. That wouldn't be a bad one actually.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
A little quiet on the radio.
Oh, you said the Q word.
I know. This is one of my other quotes that I want to get a plaque made up for this quote and put it in our office, because there's so many government bureaucracies that really don't have a mission. I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. I'm just saying that
1783 Maryland Avenue East, 911, hang up with them, 41 meters.
one of my favorite quotes.
He had an open line with a male who just kept repeating a name.
It was Carol, actually, but Alice in Wonderland. If you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. You got to know where you're going, whether you're a leader in government or whatever it might be. Otherwise, you're just, oh, that road looks good.
Yep.
You got to know where you're going to lead your department or your town, whatever it might be. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. So obviously
Well
the government
put.
is semi-empty.
Yeah, they must be closing.
Where do you want to send us?
Spot 324, copy the 911, hang up and run to the area of White Bear Avenue,
7th
north
and
and upper
Grand,
Avenue
shots
Road.
fired. We are there.
053.
All right, keep texting us the details.
Grand. Single color at this time, heard 5 shots. Just now near the parking lot, near the fire station.
Copy, you're up.
201 to copy.
Let's just ask these people if they heard any shots.
54 minutes.
Anybody hear any shots fired? Anybody hear any gunshots?
You heard no gunshots? Okay.
Can you ask anybody over here?
Anybody hear any gunshots?
Copy and run to 911, hang up with 1296
all the way to B
054.
and west
That way?
on D.
Thank you.
He was highly intoxicated and might be stumbling. If you want to advise Maplewood, he might be deeper into Maplewood. 10-minute delay.
Well, it's kind of pointing us over here toward the south.
Copy.
220.
220.
Didn't sound like they were too worried about the shots, did it?
Right,
Sounded like it had been a while since they heard them too.
Copy. I've raced with the Monte Carlo.
Wonder if it's a red Monte with headlights pointing up in the air.
325 case number.
Well, let's just
Well,
lurk.
it's that female driver with the red person walking with like that.
We'll lurk around until we
Copy,
055.
hear something.
63923 in a block.
Black female red sweatshirt.
Oh, we get shot at.
Copy 055.
220 closing ready.
220, go ahead.
Whiskey X-ray 9964.
I don't think your bride appreciates that humor.
24493.
That's 44493.
Affirmative.
Copy, thank you.
So hard. So many nights, just so many shots fired and not knowing exactly where they were. It's just-
4492 take go. I can 224 for yellow.
Oh, that's right. That Monte Carlo isn't red; it's black. The one
324, we copy
we were
update.
briefly on the chase with.
Well,
Copy 056.
I may have never been on this street right here.
this one I've been on. There used to be like
224.
a.
See the update. I know where else to do it.
It's a long time. There used to be a house right behind us here that was like a halfway house for people that needs some help or mental health issues. But that's been 30 years ago.
639 not finding anything right now.
Oh, they got the car stopped. They just said Rice and Pennsylvania.
Copy, not finding anything on Maryland.
20 checking squad status.
They do have that car stopped.
From the earlier chase.
Copy supposed to for Rice and Penn at 57 minutes.
Good for them.
And that's right in the area of where we were talking about.
Well, no evidence of any gunfire down here.
102. We have a moment. Can you call data?
Do a little chat to this person standing alongside
Thank you.
this
58
car.
minutes.
I'll ask him. Hi.
5324.
You've been outside very long?
Do we
Did
have
you hear any
other
gunshots?
information about the vehicle that
You
is
didn't?
pursuing him?
Okay.
Thank
you very much.
Not at this time. The comms being less than cooperative with the PC. But we'll keep trying.
Yeah, you can tell him to try pulling over on Whiteberry somewhere and we can meet up with him.
Copy 058.
639 is still an open line, I'd say, no.
I'm gonna find out.
Did you catch if that was
Squad 639
190
regarding your
who
call.
had that
It is
car stopped at Rice in Pennsylvania?
No.
That was that chase that was at the very beginning of when we started tonight was extremely reckless and dangerous. And the fact that these officers, they didn't give up. They kept looking for that car, and they found it, and now they have it stopped. It's potentially saving lives, because they could have killed somebody the way they were driving.
Hopefully it's the same driver. That's the issue.
Yep.
Sometimes we can't charge people because we can't prove it's the same driver. So we'd run up there and show you the car just for fun, but we feel
5182 squads arriving.
too much obligation to stay down here and make sure everything sorts out good.
Where's that?
What'd you hear?
Somebody yelling. Oh. Just intoxicated yelling. No anger.
Out behind us. Truck park.
Squad 324.
McGovern's is
324.
We're actually remarkably empty tonight.
He's at County Road F, Foxtrot, and Whiteberry Avenue.
Yeah, I wonder if they're closing at midnight.
Affirmative, so the initial call came in at, Whiteberry and Upper Afton, which is where cell phone.
I've never actually been in here yet.
Unless he's,
Me neither. It's supposed to be, the owner
unless
came
he's
over.
driving pretty
Talked
quick.
to us, seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Really quality person.
Running all the lights, I don't think he made it all the way up to County Ave.
I think Uber and Lyft have definitely saved a lot of DWI arrests, don't you think?
Yeah, oh yeah. Definitely.
Not everybody hooks up at the end of the night. Well, those two guys are gonna have apparently having some difficulty, don't you think?
Yeah, they're not.
You know, it's not for lack of trying though. Oh, we gotta restart the camera. Good idea.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, we're going to sign off and then right back on.
We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Stay with us.
Thanks for reminding us.